All right. Yeah.
And out the all call. Let's get this to RPG Dicebot chat.
There we go.
Oh yeah, that's the best idea I've had all day.
Nothing bad will happen from that. I might have to add a third channel just to have it between those two. I can foresee the problem coming. Twitch is probably already going, do it, asshole, I dare you.
Four, 4:30. Okay.
That is... How's it going, Zale? 15d6. Does anyone remember what I rolled 15d6s for? There's a reason for that, then. I don't know what it is.
Man makes a point.
Man makes... Alright, let's see. Might have been, or something akin to that. I was about to say... To be fair, you know, Ash is the one with the body count. The known body count. Whether Theris has any or not, he's not confessing to one way or another. Ash is only going to have nightmares of that probably for a little while longer. Oh, shit. You know goddamn well that it's... What the hell? Device, you stupid thing. Oh my god. Thank you.
It's only a mistake if you admit it as a mistake.
Well, it's
Sorry about that, guys. We apparently didn't have comms working because NVIDIA always turns my sources all sorts of fuckery every time it updates. Because why would we want our drivers to actually function correctly when we release updates?
Thank you for reminding me to update my sheet into Abray.
Now I just need to mark as human.
That would help if I spelled update, right?
Ho, 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 ho.
What's that on here? I have so many questions. Oh, that's why I'm 5 pages early. So when we last left our brave heroes, they were about to set back out onto the road to make their way to the Salvage Woods. They've escaped a werewolf.
I believe we did get a long rest before we set out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay.
We also dropped off the surviving farmer into the local church.
Yes, who may or may not still be comatose.
That's
And we stayed the night at a nice comfy inn and got soft beds and hot food. Yes.
Yes.
And decent wine.
Yes.
What's left of it.
nothing tastes the same.
Ash does indeed have a drinking problem, but it is no longer just alcohol.
She upgraded her problems.
We give her enough of that god wine shit, she won't have any problems ever again.
I want to see God.
What's a god?
I think Ash was splitting off to go to buy some extra supplies for everybody. She was taking Hope. Is there anything last minute we want to metagame to see Ash will get for the group? Like extra rations or anything, or something?
Rations would probably not be a bad idea. Same with water.
We're gonna be gone, we're what, like a day and a half out from this place, I think?
Yeah, somewhere in there. Just in case, though. You never know. Things happen in the woods.
A new set of bracers and a better bow because the one Daddy fixed is pretty much fucked. And my bracers got mauled by a skelly dog.
Yeah, by a lich
Skelly
hound.
dog horse.
Real quick, what is Inori's background?
She can actually. She's got a. Jesus, what is it? The Outlander or something? She can actually forward.
Then we don't need rations. If you're an Outlander, we will never need rations.
Well,
Still
okay
might be
then.
a good idea for this one just in case, because it is a forest area she is not familiar with.
Irrelevant, you 100% will always pick up food for 10 people, and food and safe water for 10 people, no matter where we are, unless it's literally 1,000% unavailable.
We're your pets. You have to feed us and water us.
Like, we have to be in a place that is pure stone with no life of any kind, no running water, that is drier than the elemental plane of fire, or you automatically can feed the entire group.
That's so cool.
That's how Outlander works. You
That
just
is so
negates
cool.
the need for it.
Yeah, that's true. Holy shit. Awesome.
Alright. So, I've really got to work on my lighting situation just a little bit. That or I need a darker graphite when I write. I'm using my my miniature spotlight for my reading light now. And it's slightly problematic, but that's okay. We all know I can't read anyway.
That does explain quite a bit.
It really does, doesn't it? Okay, so before the party starts to set out, Danric shows up to see Inori off. He offers her the curse/gift of becoming one of the Feathered Guardians.
Ravenloft, take every curse. It's in theme.
Well, yeah, she actually had a long conversation with herself about that one, so she decided to go off with Danric to see exactly what this involves.
Alrighty. He takes her off to go perform the secret rites. He will be gone for about an hour and a half.
So that leaves Stevie Boy to go get the cart and wagon ready. Have fun with that, bro.
Yeah, you know.
Karis is going to go along with him. Karis is just kind of playing everything a little bit cool, calm, being ever the pragmatist that he is. He's been taking
the best to give him as much of a sense of normalcy as possible.
Yeah, exactly. You're washing the horses, making sure that there's nothing wrong with them, that they didn't get hurt the last time there was a fight. Just kind of tending to duty, having idle conversation. He makes a couple jokes about everything that's happened up to this point. Got that. Yeah, I'll work on that later. Since we got our you said you guys did your long rest for the day, so we will go ahead and mark that in.
No more temporary hit points for us.
Yep.
That's okay. It means I have my normal hit points back.
Yep. So your long rest is complete for the next 24-ish hours. So we all know that, time is weird in Ravenloft, apparently.
Apparently.
I mean, seriously, y'all have had, the worst... What, is it? Is this now the second week, or is this still the end of the first?
Who knows?
You've had about 4 extended rest or 5, so this is about the end of the first or second... Is the end of the first week or somewhere into the second?
A very eventful week, if that's the case.
You guys have been through the shit.
We were lost in, that endless night for, 4 days, so I think it's almost like a third week at this point.
Yeah.
You could argue our journey up to Strahd's castle was like a day and a half-ish kind of an affair.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I'm still so proud of you guys for getting in and out of there when you did, and the way you did.
Yeah. I think even when we're higher level, we're not going to treat that place as a particularly nice place.
Oh no, it all burns. It all burns.
We only have to get fire hot enough to melt brick.
Ferris, make that happen.
So, you guys kind of tend to your duties, and you all kind of meet back up. Hope's eyes, you swear, are brighter silver than usual. There just seems to be an air about her that's a little strange. Not unsettling in a bad way, but enough that you kind of have to double take at her every now and then. And you swear you smell something a little bit floral in the air when she passes by. It could just be that maybe she changed her makeup or something. And
it's nice perfume, and she's clearly using weird eyeball magic. It's fine. All of you people are weird magical assholes. I'm not.
Says the mind reader.
One moment you say you have magic, one moment you say you don't. I'm confused.
No, I don't have any magic. I just stab people in their brain kidneys. I don't know what your problem is.
Yeah, it's totally natural, guys. Danric, he wishes you guys well on your journey. He can't go with you, unfortunately, because he is on duty basically looking for Baba Lysaga's servants in the nearby countryside. And he's going to, handle them, as he is prone to do.
Bobby Elsaga is the super witch-like lady we were
Yes,
told
the
about?
one who's probably Strahd's mom. Or everyone thinks that she's Strahd's mom.
Be safe.
An odd reminder that evil has a mom.
Yeah, and always be more afraid of the mom.
Right?
He just kind of gives that little sly smile, and then he kind of like nods, and then walks away from you guys as you guys are setting up to leave.
Thank you for all your help, Ash says. I appreciate it. And she hops on the thing, and now she mentions, so we're off to go into the deep dark woods again that never good has happened to us in.
Well, this is a totally different woods. It's in the other direction.
That totally makes it safe. That is exactly how Karis plays it.
Am I driving again? Or
I mean, come on, we've been
actually see wants to drive.
Karis even goes so far as to say, come on, I mean, we've been almost the scariest thing every time we've gone into the woods that's out there, so...
What could possibly go wrong?
Famous last words.
You doing okay, Hope? You look a little out of it, Ash asks.
Oh, I'm fine. Don't worry. I'll be alright.
This is definitely not sounding familiar at all.
I just... Okay, alright.
If
He kind of looks at
Inori
and just kind of nods a little bit, and then, hops onto the wagon. Right now, she's currently, like, she's working on makeup that is so expertly applied, you guys could barely tell it was there in the first place. And the only reason you can tell now is because she's working on it.
And the glowing. I assumed that from the glowing.
Also, I've switched from Zwachi to Niall.
Yeah, so you got your cougar back?
That's cougar back.
Nice. I wish I had a panther or cougar sound effect that I could play on command every time you swatch for it, but...
I will tell you, one of my players last night had a Godzilla sound effect for reasons that I cannot divulge. So it's not a bad idea to have a soundboard.
Yeah, I'm very seriously considering getting something set up.
It was very appropriate. It got used about 9 times.
Nice. Nice.
Okay, Ash will take position on the cart as lookout and get ready to go. Let's get this.
So who's
going.
driving? I'm just curious.
If no one wants to drive, Ash will drive.
Ash can drive because I'm sick of the jokes about the blind person driving.
Only I make them, and I'll probably.
I was going to say, Ash was the one making all of those, so that's appropriate.
Exactly.
I still feel like they were valid.
I feel like your animal handling is even worse than mine, so I feel like she was doing fine.
I was just making a joke. I don't mean to. Oh, don't do it upon me. I'm sorry.
I have to learn to drive a horse. I'll sit here with my cougar and keep an eye out. Figuratively. And Ori makes kind of a snide-looking face when she says that.
Oh god, Inori is just going to be Toph, isn't she now?
Wait, she wasn't Toph?
Maybe a little bit.
I mean, if we give her earth magic, I'm totally willing to go that route. Just saying.
Yeah, but she doesn't have tremor sense, so that's not going to work out well.
Give it time. Give it time.
Also, Inori, you notice you have an itch that you can't quite reach on your head. Like, it just feels like you're not really hitting it.
Oh god, it's burning its way in.
She's just gonna give it a mild scratch and just go back to rubbing her cougar, which is probably purring like a freight train right now. You know, after hanging out with
its
Divine
purr is
Birdie,
loud
she's
enough that
feeling
like
kinda,
everyone in the wagon can hear it. Even like
had,
sitting
like,
at
a
the far
moment.
end of it.
She had a moment with Divine Birdie and realized that she should probably be more affectionate to her her spirit buddies. Because they aren't just, tools. She loved them anyway, but now she loves them more. So all the love.
Aw.
So,
Wait, what?
so Darn just kind of, he takes
Nice
a seat near Inari. Darn takes a seat near Inari, and he's like, I would assume you would have questions, given your experience. And, the guys are kind of setting out on the road now. It's just, it's somewhere past midday. It's hard to tell, because the sun's position always is obscured by clouds, but you can kind of get that vibe. It's somewhere a little bit after midday, and not much farther.
Well, yeah, for one, how did a great spirit even get here?
I would guess it was a combination of you talking to the Feather, and probably Hope, if she really is his daughter.
So she is a cold bird.
I'm not sure, to be honest. And he definitely kind of leans in. He's like, I know she's not human. That much I do know.
Hey, with this group, it's par for the course, except for Shadow Boy. Maybe.
I'm half expecting him to put brainworms into something. That's what Darn says.
Hey now. Brain knives. It's different. Yes, I can hear you. I'm only 3 feet away.
Wasn't trying to be quiet about it, Shadow Boy.
Because he's like, what do you want to know? As I'm sure he's kind of sitting there, he's making like tea for everybody right now. Because Darn's cool like that.
Well, the Great Spirit said it knew you. How can it know you if it's a great... Well, I don't understand. It's sort of like my friends here, she kind of like pets me all, but kind of not. Bit greater, bigger. It was exciting, but it was also terrifying.
That's kind of what it's like getting brushed by a god, or I guess in your case, brushing a god.
What's a god?
Darn just kind of gets this kind of look on his face.
Ashley opens up her mouth for a minute, closes her mouth for a minute. There's a lot of things a god could be.
He remains very stubbornly silent, only because Darn is in the cart with us right now.
Yeah, you don't want to piss off the chosen one.
I'm being polite to the person who puts me back together when I'm about to die.
Incidentally, if Darn is the one that kills Strahd, I am going to lose my shit.
I am fine with this ending.
Just as long as I get to gouge his eyes out first, just saying.
I am also fine with this.
Yes, well, gods are powerful mystical beings that are empowered by belief in it, essentially. Pamala is not simply a beast. This particular one is a servant of winter itself, it is said, and wherever he flies, it is said that great change may follow. Every bit as dramatic as the changing from autumn to a cold, bitter winter.
So everybody dies then?
Not everyone.
It depends
Just
how well prepared you are for the winter, doesn't it?
He is a guide of hunters, in particular. And he shepherds those that fall in the pursuit of their hunt.
That sounds weird.
Yeah, that's it. Gods are weird.
They are strange beings, yes.
That's one way to put it, yeah.
In this particular case, it is a holy spirit, and not entirely. fairly sure it would have had to have come in this case because you did call it and because of Hope being the daughter. I suspect that it's an aspect of a greater being that is a tiny sliver of a much greater force.
Oh, it's crazy?
No. It's basically a disguise. Think of it like a disguise. This is its way of making its way into this realm without the dark forces that are obviously guiding and watching over this place catching notice.
There's over his shoulder and says, think about it like my guildmaster sends me to do something, and I'm allowed to talk for him. It's like that.
That's close enough, yes. That'll work.
Don't get me wrong, I know, it's all way, way up there shit, but, you know, you never heard of a god before. I figured we should probably start there.
Yeah.
If it felt so real. And so soft. So soft.
Oh, the gods are real. They blew holes. I saw one of the holes left once.
Holes?
They had a good rebuild around it.
Oh, wow.
Holes? Holes in what?
The gods
They apparently it wasn't in my hometown, but when I took a trip once, and there was a place where apparently they fought once, like 30 years ago. Apparently you can't do anything with like you guys' weird shit there, or it goes wrong. It was just a little, about the size of a room in a house. They built around it. Fucking weird.
Oh my. So this god thing came because I called it. Is that how it works?
Certain individuals can call upon a god's favor or aid. Not just anyone can do it and get an immediate response, especially something like what you have had happen to you. I would wager that if we were all back home and our order had run across you, they would have probably sought to bring you into the priesthood of one stripe or another.
The talent to itself to call upon God's favor. It's a blessing, and it can be a curse, but...
Darn just kind of gestures to everyone around. He goes, y'all are half of my curse.
Doing my best to be as little of a curse as possible.
Now, Eleanor has to think about that for a few minutes, considering, she's not exactly a normal ranger, not with regular animals, but, like spirits and stuff.
Ash turns to Nari and she's like, if you hear the call, seek it. There's, it's something else if you can truly achieve it.
Just remember, nothing's for free.
That is true.
There are obligations, yes. Darn says he takes a sip of tea.
Yeah.
Fortunately, mine are pretty much in line with everything that I wish in life.
So we must repay the favor for the things we got.
Uphold the
If you
God's
agree to
beliefs.
it. Don't take anything for free, that's what I say.
Darn just kind of looks at you and looks at the sword and just kind of arcs an eyebrow, takes a sip.
We found it. We found it. I didn't take it from him. This is loot. This wasn't a gift.
And I must
We stole this, it's ours. We earned it.
No, it just means I don't owe shit for it.
I know.
Darn just kind of, chuckles a little bit, takes another sip of tea, doesn't say anything.
And to repay for the arrows, I will give of my next hunt as thanks. Would that be right?
Yes, that would probably suffice, especially with this particular being.
To be honest, you're in unknown territory. You might want to talk to Hope about what it requires. What it desires.
Well, Darnassus just said the Great Spirit favors the hunt. So, the hunt offering...
Seems to me, Ash, this might be more like a, what's the word for it? Metaphorical kind of thing here. You know, where you say things, but they mean other things.
Yeah, it could be. Like I said, he's a hunting spirit. In this particular case, pretty much the forces of darkness are its preferred targets of hunt, along with magical beasts that direct harm to sentient life knowingly and that delight in it.
Well, sounds like you're going to have no shortage of things to hand over to it.
The game does work from time to time, however, if you are not able to hunt something. He's a fairly reasonable hunt god. He doesn't ask for you to, say, try to slay an ancient worm when you are scarce able to handle a bear, for instance.
What's a
I
worm?
imagine if you're not able to handle a bear, God of the Hunt isn't interested in you.
Probably not, no.
Think of the bird, but a flying lizard that breathes, well, fire amongst other things.
You mean a dragon?
Yeah.
I've killed worse than bears. For the
I
protection.
think we all have at this point.
Yeah, Darn just kind of gestures to the zombie hand that's still kind of stuck to the side of the cart idly.
Ash's guys go wide like she's just living some little horrible nightmare.
So consider this.
All in all, if you do take up a divine path, it is not that bad of a life, to be honest. As long as you're smart about who you choose for your connection point to the divine.
But the Great Spirit came when I called, so...
No offense to you, holy man. I respect you a great deal, but God bothering ain't for everybody.
Oh, no. Well, again, and not everyone can use the power in the first place. It's kind of a catch-22. There's specific individuals...
22 of what?
What was that?
22 of what?
Oh, 22 of what? It's...
Unless he's smart, he is not educated.
Yeah, he kind of goes... It's kind of like, you know someone committed to murder, but you can't prove it, and the proving part is the important part, but everyone knows that he did it. Kind of in that...
I'd say that the part where you can't prove it is the important part.
Yeah.
That's the part that matters, because that's where he gets away with it.
Fair enough. Karis doesn't say a word, just kind of sitting there like, mm-hmm.
No convictions.
Karis wouldn't know anything about they can't prove it.
Neither one of us have done some shit. No, clearly not. Just remember, rule 1, deny everything.
That orphanage deserved to burn.
No. You deny everything and make counter accusations. I wouldn't do it, but if I had done it, then they'd deserve it.
What kind of weird people have I been stuck with?
City folk.
Have you talked to the people in regular Bavovia? I think this place just attracts weird people.
I think it makes them.
Hope's like, these people are the strangest people I've ever met in this goddamn place.
Give her a side glance. Likewise.
No, I'm not counting y'all. Y'all are almost normal.
And that's what makes you the weirdest thing most of them have ever met.
Even Ash raises a prize bill. I forgot. I'm starting to forget what normal is.
Normal was running through the woods, hunting for food, killing a few creatures, taking things back to camp, listening to Baba tell stories, while skinning that sucker for dinner.
It's all about the small victories and the long goals. We We win every little bit we can today, and then we slay the beast, and then we're free.
I wouldn't say that.
He used to just like gold.
I still like gold.
I mean,
Got so much of it now, I barely know what to do with it anymore.
Darn looks
Listen,
at Ash and goes,
girls.
"You're a child of a dwarf. Of course you like gold."
It's
Is
your
that
thing.
really
I
what
like the thing.
her I'm dying to know.
Huh?
Is that really what her other half is? I am dying to know.
Ash?
In character. This was an in character sarcastic comment.
Okay. I was adopted.
Oh, I'm saying, if it's supposed to be a dwarf, wouldn't she be a short thing?
Makes her taller.
Are you calling me short?
What? Hold on for a second, guys. Okay, what? Yeah.
There's no hope for these people.
Okay.
Orc runts don't do well in the village. Half orc or no.
Okay.
I imagine not. Orcs are assholes.
They
No.
are. No offense taken, orcs are assholes.
Knew a few in the guild. They pretty much only do the leg breaking.
They're very good at
I'm
it, to
glad
be
I
fair.
never met an actual
Yeah.
orc. They sound
I'm pretty
weird.
I'm pretty sure there's some nice orcs out there, but I've never met one.
To be fair, I ain't meet a lot of nice people in general.
Karis like, I'm the nicest person.
But not many.
Karis literally just kind of looks at Theris, looks at the rest of you, and goes, "I was the nicest person he ever met until he met you people."
You ain't wrong.
Funny how
The
when you
guy
get...
that smells like sulfur.
We don't talk about that. It's not polite.
I bathe.
That's what I smell. You
Yeah,
got
don't
better
worry about it.
explanation?
It's fine. It's not what you're thinking. Don't worry about it.
To be
I'm
fair, I
not
guess
thinking
we all...
anything. He just smells like sulfur.
Leaning over,
naturally
he's kind of
occurring substance.
whispering. He's kind of sensitive about it. Don't worry about it.
Ash takes another broad look outside while we're trailing along and talking. It's a nice bright, not for Pavonia, is it bright and sunny? As I knew
Yeah,
when you said
for
that.
everything you guys have endured, aside from the day before you went into that castle, and the cloud cover had broken and just revealed such a stark, beautiful landscape.
Isn't there technically like the next actual sunrise?
Oh yeah, is it still dark? Or is
Oh,
it...
yeah.
No, this is somewhere afternoon, you think.
the metaphorical brakes are about to be hit on this cart.
So yeah, now they've got Inori
Go back,
really
go
curious
back.
as hell. Inori's like really curious as hell now. Hey, Sulfur Man, come here.
Karis kind of tilts his head, and he's like, okay, and he kind of makes his way over.
So she kind of reaches out, and I'm really curious. So don't freak out. So she starts touching his face slowly to like memorize his features, trying to figure out why he's sensitive about it.
His hair, if she brushes against his hair,
Yeah.
a little too firm, almost like it's solid. It still is hair. It makes a little like sound when it moves across each other. It's almost like it's weighted. He doesn't really have full horns, but there are like nubs where something might have grown at one point.
Interesting.
He also has a number of scars, obviously.
A warrior? Okay. I feel a lot of hardship.
You could say
That's
that.
one way to put it, yeah.
But, not a bad person.
He kind of chuckles at that.
Yeah, then Ferris and Karis kind of like shrug and chuckle at that.
We saved the girl from Strahd. We've all earned our good people points.
Yeah, It's not a balanced book. It doesn't quite work that way.
I know, but you gotta hold on to the good things you do.
I do them when I can. I don't worry too much about the rest. You gotta live, you know?
Yeah, this is probably about the second prettiest day you've ever seen in Barovia. At least so far. As you guys get further out of the town, the tree cover starts to kind of roll in, and they just kind of start seeming to blot out the light from above. And the road is just getting a little bit more and more rugged. It was once a pretty smooth cobblestone road. Now there's, there's some chips in the rocks here and there. There's some missing here and there. And there's kind of just a sickly gray light all about you now as you're going into this tree cover. The trees become unnaturally close together, and eventually birdsong and the sounds of the wilderness kind of just die off with the silence of a forgotten grave. Tension just seems to just creep into the air, like you're just waiting for the sound of someone or something to start screaming. And as you continue to go forth over the next half hour, heavy growth starts to kind of just start creeping down lower and lower until it's just like branches and shit are just scraping just like along the tops of your heads. And every now and then you swear you feel like something tried to reach for you as you went by. And then, it just keeps getting denser and denser, and the road seems to just narrow further and further.
This does not smell. This is strange for a forest.
So we're certain the winery's this direction, right? Ash is asking as we look over the map.
Yeah, we're looking for a bridge, and we take a left instead of the bridge.
Ash looks at the road. How well traveled does the road look?
There's no overgrowth on it, so it is used fairly frequently.
Yeah, they were only late by a day or so, and that could easily be a damaged wagon. But it could also be something else. So.
Sonori, Ash turned to Sonori, I don't mean to be a bother, but when we start settling down for the night, can I possibly go with you more on the forge? I might require some fresher game.
Of course.
If thank you, I appreciate that.
Maybe I'll actually teach you how to be quiet.
I appreciate that as well.
Darn just kind of, he's made a second cup, a mug of tea, and he just kind of chortles into it a little bit. But at this point, he's kind of taken, he's gone from just calmly sipping tea to now his holy symbol that was given to him by Ash is kind of in his offhand right now.
Is there anything in the range of my passive perception?
There is not. In fact, about another little bit goes by, and then all of a sudden, just the loudest cicadas you guys have ever heard in your life just start blaringly loud, just piercing the silence. Roll wisdom saves.
Can do.
I guess that's what I would use for this.
Give me one moment, I'll be right there.
Okay. Nari makes. Theris makes.
Sorry, I was clicked off for one moment. A wisdom save it was?
Yes.
I'll make one for Puppy.
12.
Okay, Ash does not. Okay.
Ouch.
Ooh.
Puppy definitely no. Yeah, oof for Puppy.
Checking on Karis real quick. Okay, he has a +1.
Ooh, darn's not.
Oh no, Karis did not do well either.
Ooh, okay, so all of you guys that have made less than a 14, the noise is so disorienting that you can't actually really get a fix on anything that would be approaching you guys from sound. Like, it's just so obnoxiously loud.
That's all the sidekicks, but all the characters look like they. I'm sorry, me and Inori made it. Ash and sidekicks did not.
No.
Yeah, so like they're definitely relying on you guys to hear anything coming, and visually, like Darn kind of tells you that everything seems almost wavy to him, and this just keeps going on. Like you guys have disturbed something as you're going through. And
I get a kick on like direction, ahead, behind, left, right, that sort of thing.
Yeah, like it's pretty much like if you wouldn't be able to hear something coming up behind you. Essentially, the ones that failed, and the air just kind of starts taking on this dark red hue as the mists start to emerge from the surrounding forest, almost like a mist of blood.
Inori, get a hand on the reins with Ash. Help her out. We need to move faster.
Ash, make me a wisdom save.
Oh, 12 again.
Okay.
Your vision kind of becomes red-rimmed, and your fangs kind of extend like you're going to bite something. And you hear the heartbeats of your companions. And out of the edge of your vision, you see movement of a bleeding man clad in armor with a bow. When your eyes meet, he just turns around and runs deeper into the woods in a panic.
Ash points at the man. Ash kind of starts getting off the wagon. She's getting bloodthirsty. She's not going to be around anyone. She's legitimately getting off the wagon. She's hopping off.
Don't move.
No, I'm not biting you guys. I'm not doing it.
Driving for her largely because we're still moving at a very good clip, and she will get trapped.
Right. Don't move.
So you guys are going to try to...
Tie me down, something.
Darn, just focus on her. Focus on restraining her.
Okay, let's get Darn's strength checks. I guess that can be what it is.
You want me to roll it, or you want?
Yeah, go ahead and roll his strength checks.
Oh, yeah.
Ash, roll your attempt to get free.
Well, I'll try to help hold down to give Darn advantage.
Yeah.
All right, I'll roll again.
Jesus, wow.
Jesus, fuck.
I hope I'm getting the bad rolls out now.
Nope.
You want Ash's athletics?
Hey, kitten, how's it going? Yeah, go ahead. Watch roll a 20.
Okay.
Okay, you guys managed to restrain Ash.
Ash isn't fighting as hard as she could, at least. That's good.
This is literally like some of the ugliest and just crappiest wrestling that's just going on. Like, your trainers in the Knights of the Silver Chalice would be so upset with you guys right now because this is just some of the ugliest, poor-formed grappling that they would have ever seen. And they managed to, between 2 or 3 people, to subdue you. And, Ash is probably, like, pointing and hissing at where the guy ran off.
Yeah.
I'm getting a set of manacles on her.
That's fine.
I've got those.
I'm gonna keep driving because I don't like this.
Part of Ash understands this. Other part of her just wants to bite.
We're doing pretty good, kitten. Ash is, in obvious peril right now. From herself. So as you guys like manacle her down, and you Theris, roll me a perception check.
Can do. There.
Okay, you actually see the guy with the bow. Like he's like cautiously edging. Like he's managing to keep up, but it's just kind of barely. And
I need to make sure because at this point I'm pretty sure like we've been trying. I've been telling Murray to speed up, so however much she could. I want to know, is this guy clearly moving faster than a normal person?
Yes, but it looks like he might just be getting by on sheer adrenaline at this point. Like he looks spooked as hell, and you can tell that he's wounded. but he is just making it on fumes at this point. Like, he could probably collapse at any minute.
I have just a moment of just really want to help this guy, but I know if I try to help this guy, she's going to go crazy for the bloodlust. And I just yell at Inori to keep going.
Okay.
It's just too risky. Go kill somebody.
In between the hissing, Ash starts going, I'm sorry.
This is one of those things that it's literally a choice between, like, if we pick him up, she might kill him. He might turn out to be another, like, a lure or bait, whatever. We also have to deal with whatever he's dealing with, and this is just not, like, this is not the right moment to play hero.
Okay. Ash, roll me another wisdom save.
17.
Finally. So, like, after like 5 minutes of this, and you've been struggling this whole time, and like now the manacles are on you. Like, you kind of calmed down enough. Like, Darn at this point has been like just took out holy water and just doused you in it.
I'm good. I sorry. It hit me out of nowhere. I'm sorry. Sorry. She's just kind of breathing hard.
And all of a sudden the cicada noises. And all of a sudden those cicada noises just stop and everything is dead silent again.
What in the fates was that about?
Well, just keep going, Inori. Just keep us moving. We don't want to stop here.
I have no intention. Baba once told me when I was small to never come into these woods. I think I'm starting to understand why.
Do people camp in this area often?
No.
I actually want to know. We've got a general idea of this place now. How many places in this part of the land do your people camp in? You're all clearly nomadic. You move from place to place. Do you just leave Barovia, or? Oh
yeah, like they do all the time.
Right. I'm asking Inori because
just in case.
Inori is only vaguely aware that they are able to move through the mist, so.
Different places from time to time, wherever the threads of fate take us.
And,
okay, so it isn't like a voluntary thing then.
It's all of the will of the Domi.
Oh, gods above. Okay.
Around this place, it feels more like the gods below half the time.
We don't pray to those, ever.
No, you shouldn't.
So as you guys are, conversing, and the road has gotten rough enough, she has to slow down a little bit. You hear the sounds of a man just being torn apart in the distance.
That's not a guilt Darius is going to be happy with later, but better it's better that Ash wasn't the one doing the tearing apart. So.
Yeah.
There's like two or three people up ahead of you now, and they're kind of like huddled out in the road. They've kind of got like spears and short bows, and they're just kind of like just staring off at the sound that they heard. Like they see you and kind of like realize that somebody's coming. Like they were focused on the sound so bad that they kind of missed you guys. And then they're flagging you so that you don't run them over.
Slow us down, Inori. Slow us down. There's somebody up ahead.
Already on it. Whoa.
And they're like, have you seen our friend anywhere? We were looking for him, and we kind of got separated.
I'm afraid you won't find much of him left.
There was somebody in the woods back there, but he was a goner.
Well, we
I don't know
were...
if it was your friend or somebody else, but you guys, you folks, there's trouble around here, right? Like, right close.
Yeah, we're gonna probably need a ride out. We had originally gone towards the winery to look for a couple of missing people. There was a kid that had gone missing, wandered off in the woods.
Where
And
are you folks from?
we're actually from Valaki.
I'm gonna give them a quick insight check just to see if they're feeling like they're on the level here.
Okay.
And I'm not happy with a 13, so I'm actually going to use one of my psionic dice to buff that.
Okay.
Because I am proficient in this, so I'm allowed to do that. And
Like
so
a
that
guide?
was no,
Like a
it's
guide?
good.
Okay.
That's open. I got an 18 now, so I'm pretty sure I'm okay.
Yeah. So they're scared absolutely shitless. And they do seem to be telling the truth. They
Okay.
look at Ash. One of them notices her fangs. And he kind of...
We've got her tied up. She's safe for now.
He kind of asks, like, you know, not so much, are you crazy, like, he's like, that's one of the nobility. Why is she in shackles?
Nobility.
It's complicated. Just hop in. It's voluntary.
I asked him to.
It's for everybody's safety, including hers.
Okay. And they kind of, you know, climb into the wagon. They look at Darn, they're a little surprised, like, to see, like, they see the holy symbol and they kind of seem surprised about it, almost mystified. And they're kind of like, did the red mist get him, or did he get away? Do you know?
We're not sure.
What is this red mist?
And to be honest, I'm not entirely sure. My father used to tell me stories about it. And we were never really sure if it was a harbinger of something else, a part of something else, or if it itself was a malevolent force. But every time that those mists show up, people tend to die screaming.
That seems to happen a lot around here.
Yeah, no idea.
To be fair, it's not as bad as it used to be when we were children. Actually, no, it's bad now. It's worse now than it was when we were children. It seems to have escalated. And the guy seems older than Inori by about a good 15 years. The one who's talking to you guys, and he looks like he was a huntsman, or maybe a trapper.
Have you guys seen a caravan about?
Not yet. You're the first people that we've actually seen. We got lost in the mists. I'm not even sure how long we've been away from the road, to be honest. There were 10 of us at one time.
Well, our path is first to the winery.
Well, that's as safe as a place as any.
Yeah, they were supposed to make a shipment to Valaki, and it didn't make it, so we were sent to check on it.
Means we've been missing for about a week and a half.
Quite a while. Well, we'll get you to the winery and back to Valaki. Stick with us.
Oh, she kind of and gets the horse a-going again.
So as you guys are kind of riding along, like they kind of start telling like a story that you could tell that they don't even believe it as to what may have happened to their friends. So they were wandering into the woods looking for this child, and the red mists came the first time, and 2 of their number just went missing. All they found were pieces no larger than the palm of your hand, just kind of scattered through the woods. And they started to make their way further in. There were still 8 of them. They were all armed. They thought they could handle it. And eventually they came across what they thought was a clearing. And the next thing that they knew, they were looking around. this child, and they found a small little warren in the ground, so they thought maybe the kid had taken to hiding in there. Well, the next thing they knew, when they stood up, they started hearing their friends screaming, and right as they turned to look behind them, they saw their friends being lifted by thorny brambles coming down from this tree like a noose around their necks. The life was leaving their faces as these vines pulsed and the thorns dug deeper into their necks. At that point, they just lost their composure because of how horrifying it was, and they just haven't looked back. And then they've been lost in the mists ever since.
Oh, it seems like we have the case of a man-eating plant of some kind.
Yes, nature is always so normal and natural and
I will poison you.
Even in Barovia, the plants try to kill us, huh?
I told you that.
I guess
There's
there are
reasons
plants like
why
that
we-
back home, if the stories are to believe. Some kind of plants like that.
Harris, like, your home scares me.
Can any of you, do any of you know the way to, like, if you have traveled the way all the way to the winery?
Yes, we actually used to help the various caravans, because we used to hunt these woods often.
Okay, I'm gonna pick one at random, just point at him and go, you, sit up front with her. She's blind, but she's got the animals, you can direct her.
He kind of nods, kind of moves up there. The other one that's there kind of looks at Ash. He's like, well, if she's manacled, I'm still well enough, if you would like, I could feed her. I can.
Eyes go wide, and Ash is like, I am not comfortable with this.
I am not giving you my throat. You seem to be new to this.
Not here, not now, not here.
Uh,
Not with murder blood mist following us. We'll deal with that when we have a safe moment.
We'll go hunting later. It'll be fine.
he kind of looks at Ash a little skeptically at that last statement. You know,
Ash doesn't know, and Ash
but you know, to be fair, like he could just be being skeptical of the fact that the idea of hunting at all right now is vaguely horrifying to him.
You don't want to.
For obvious reasons.
I promise that you're going to be safe with us. Just do not under any circumstances give her the chance to bite you.
No, it's not.
We're trying to manage this, not encourage it.
I don't think there's a reason why the way you're thinking.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, we'll get this figured out. It just let's not worry about it. I'm shackled and I'm in my faculties. We'll keep it this way. If there's any danger, we'll get me out of these.
I've got the key.
Thank you. Ash is just kind of going this weird kind of closing her eyes and kind of not quite meditative, not quite prayer, but something kind of in between kind of thing, and just kind of in her own little world right now.
I'll be right back. I've got to use the bathroom, and I'm going to fill my glass when I get back. So I'll see you guys.
I will do the same then.
Oh, yeah. One time I really just, like, nothing but blood. I gave like a week and the doctor was like, stop it. Ew.
Now that's gross.
I was doing that like a couple of years ago. Awesome. When you have that really bad cold. Yeah. Yeah. Well, It might be the COVID, what they call long lasting COVID, who knows? Yeah, we're just waiting to get COVID. We're tired of fucking whatever. Yeah, and I'm gonna call the doctor and see what was. Yeah, I just got really scared and cried myself to scared. You probably know the fuck in a liar like you know the fuck in a liar. Alright. I think finally kicked the battery on my lawnmower though. Supposed to do it like 2 months ago. Yeah, I finally did it.
Okay. I am back.
You doing it?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, start over fixing. You're talking to me. You're talking to me. You know I have to be talking to
The true goal, to only bite people who deserve it.
Okay.
I'm kind of glad we worked out some of those stuff off screen on how this is going to work out, because I can already see the wheels turning in Ash's head on how this is going to work.
Hey, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Okay. Just clean up a little bit.
Coffee and donut.
So we're just T-1, and then we're good to go.
So you're thinking of multi-classing an Ori into a cleric?
We'll see how it goes.
Could be fun.
Then I've never cleric ever. Ever?
Clerics are very capable. They're very fun. When you have a right
No, but
partner.
when I first started playing D&D, cleric was lame as fuck.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I do.
And I just never bothered to see if it got any better. And I'm not really a cleric player myself. I usually tend for the shadow stabby and druid, or like a sorcerer, or like or a monk maybe. But I've never cleric. A straight fighter once, that was fun. I've never cleric ever.
It seems like cleric always get these small little added awesome things that no one thinks about. They're always over focused on their healing, and they can be so cool. As long as you're role playing it and having fun with it, that's the big thing, right?
Cleric is, probably still, if not the best class, damn near it.
Yeah, it's definitely 3rd edition. It was, in my opinion.
3rd edition, it was far and away the best. It could beat stick, it could, heal, it could do damage.
Well, I guess
it had good control spells, it had save or dies. It was so busted back then. So busted. Codzilla was real.
I was mainly druid, I think. Druid or rogue. Occasionally wizard.
Well, druid's my thing. Not druid, wizard's my thing.
Thank God I'm on the free now.
Though it's been fun being a warlock. I can see why a lot of people like the class. It's a wild ride.
It's weird to be a ranger. That's another one I rarely did.
I should actually look up the Panthers game while we're waiting.
See if your boy's in there.
Yeah, see if PJ Walker's thrown enough ints to make Cam start. See if our boy's thrown any ints. Oh, it's not on till 4? Really?
It's gonna time well for you today, isn't it?
Yeah, that might be a situation where we Might have to find a way to watch that, even if I have to sail the 7 seas. Yargy, matey!
No, you beat me to it. That was sipping.
So nuts.
I'll give them this. It's getting harder and harder to find those rogue streams. They really
It
are
is.
down on
They
it.
have cracked down on it so hard. I'm like, take the next logical step and have your own streaming platform.
Wait, you can't watch them on ESPN streaming?
I don't think I can. Like the problem is I don't want to pay for a bunch of crap I'm not going to use. And like, I used to be able to watch all of it on Sling, and then Sling decided in their infinite wisdom that they didn't need Fox Charlotte anymore, so that ship sailed for me for about 2 years now.
Well, let me see if I can find it. Through my Verizon account, I have Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN, and I don't watch ESPN. So I'll just, link you my account or whatever, and you can ESPN it up.
That'd be nice. If it's on there, that'd be great.
Yeah, it's a triple bundle from Verizon, like for in perpetuity. It came with our data package.
That'd be pretty boss. But yeah, like it's just been one of those things where it's like I've not really been able to watch, which is fine because up till now we haven't had a quarterback on the team. It's been 2 years running, so like I said, I'm sure the new guy's gonna throw 3 interceptions by halftime, and then Superman's gonna have to take the field. So
D&D football edition. I cast interception.
I think that'd be an immediate reaction, actually.
No, I'm casting the curse to cause an interception.
Okay, that works too. Anyone watching, if you come up with a decent homebrew for that, I'd be totally willing to do a one-shot with it.
How do I ball?
D&D football. It would be like Blood Bowl, but actually cool.
That'd be like power word fumble.
Yeah.
Expeditions retreat! He's going all the way!
Haste.
Alrighty, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys.
Welcome back, sir.
We just made fun football jokes.
Yeah, no worries. I missed. I had a couple of messages I had to respond to while I was gone. So.
All good. All good. Take my phone off the charger.
Tell them you're doing religious stuff.
That would be a lie, though. Ference is rabidly anti-religion.
I'm saying our religion is D&D.
All praise the Dice Lords!
We must roll the shiny math rocks.
I'm the group's DM, so that means I have to be God.
We must roll the shiny math rocks to appease the gods of statistics.
Do not incite the murder math.
The murder time. I mean, murder math.
He scammed $13 billion off his Bill of Wall fund, and the Department of Justice said, hey,
So I guess an awkward silence is falling over the wagon.
Oh yeah, like you guys are expecting something to just like jump out and maul you guys now at any time. Hope is like she's sitting there just sharpening her rapier.
In the last 2 weeks, this has happened 3 times, and it's never happened again.
Goodness.
Where the police, when the court
Ash,
says,
eyes still closed, kind of meditative kind of like thing going on.
So you guys, you make it up towards the woods. They start to lessen a little bit in density. Your 2 huntsmen, they seem a little bit more relieved.
So yeah, we're kind of like waiting for the shoe to drop, or to get mauled by angry, blood-sucking thorns. Nice.
So you guys, come up towards where the road comes towards the bridge, and you do indeed see the turn that goes to the left, off to the side. There's a sign that it used to be a pretty good looking sign. It's still pretty legible. and it says the Wizard of Wines, and it points toward down the left-hand road there. The other direction says, let me go look at my big boy map. I'll be right back.
We're on our way to winery.
boys here in this
We're
channel.
on our way for booze. We're gonna fill our cart and get the fuck out.
Darn just kind of looks at Ash and goes, now, while we're there, you're not going to drink the entire winery. Looks at Ash.
Ash smiles, gives a half crit. It's like, I'm pretty thirsty.
It's okay. We'll get you a quarter of the winery.
Why not just drink the green stuff?
The wine gods are the best gods.
Drink the green stuff.
Alright. Ash can't drink anything right now. She has, is she manacled in front or back?
Definitely in a way that restrains her, but she can definitely be fed.
Yeah. Just, if you want to, feed her
Give her the green stuff.
She'll drink. She won't go fight that.
Okay, so
Yeah, let's get you that one.
you're probably going to need it.
Ash is drinking it.
So you guys, make your left turn to the left. The road kind of snakes in through the woods a little bit, and the cobblestone just kind of fades off into just very well packed dirt.
Feels like everything's smoother out of here.
Yeah, it's actually smoother than the last little stretch of cobblestone was. That's kind of how disrepaired it had become.
Ash kind of briefly asks, is there anything else around the wineries? Is anything else out here?
There's Yester Hill, and that's pretty much it down this way. These woods have never been something that we really try to colonize or do much with. It's just that the soil is so good at this winery that it was pretty much almost a necessity to put it where it is. As far back as we can remember, everyone says these woods are cursed with one monster or another. We think we were taken by... let me go look his name. Need to look at his name. Need my quick access. There's quick access. We think that the monster that got our companions was Brambleskin. Which
What is Brambleskin?
that's it's a tree supposedly. That has vines for limbs, that it grabs people by their throats and drinks them dry.
Oh great, a vampire tree. That's all we need.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, that's not even the only horror that lurks in these woods, but that's the one that we think got us, and we didn't even think it was real.
Well, hopefully it stays out of our way, or we're gonna have to kill it. It is an affront
Well,
to the
if it's
natural order.
If it's a tree, it probably, stays where it is, right?
No.
Wouldn't that make it not a tree then? I thought the whole point of a plant is it stayed planted.
It feeds on blood.
I don't think it's a normal tree.
I
It
think
is
it
unnatural
can
and
move.
must be destroyed.
I mean, it's got to be able to move, because otherwise we would have been told specific parts of the woods not to go in. No one seems to know where exactly the tree is, so I would assume it can move.
Or maybe there's more than one.
He looks like he's about to lose his lunch at the thought of that.
We should be there shortly. Just as long as it stays out of my path, I'm not gonna turn it into firewood.
Harris kind of looks at everybody and looks at the wagon. He goes, when we get closer to the winery, we might want to go in really quiet. If this thing is moving, then maybe, yeah, maybe it's actually gotten to the other caravan.
I hope not, but I guess we'll see if we find a broken cart somewhere.
I wish we picked up some, I don't know, fire flasks or something while we were at the village if we could. Maybe we could just burn this down. I guess we got oil for the lamp.
The party of
We
fire.
have Paris. We'll be fine. Yep, Inori says that with complete confidence.
Like
Burning down things is our specialty.
yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't even know what a demon is, but yeah.
In some ways, I mean, this party is the natural enemy of plant monsters.
Or anything that burns.
Y'all are very fire friendly, or fire forward.
Well, there's a reason for that.
For fireworks.
So, as you guys approach, you can see where the woods are surrendering towards what is a pretty good-sized winery. About a half-mile in, the road kind of starts becoming a little muddier, and it as the trees part, it reveals a mist-shrouded meadow. One branch heads even further into the woods, and the other leads south. And at the signpost where the intersection is it reads Vineyards. As you guys continue further west, because the guide points out to go further west, a light drizzle begins to fall. Unpainted fences blindly follow the trail, which skirts north of a sprawling vineyard before bending southward towards a stately building. The fog takes on ghostly forms as it swirls between the neatly tended rows of grapevines. Here and there, you see rope-handled half-barrels used for hauling grapes. North of the trail is a large stand of trees. A man wearing a dark cloak and cowl stands at the end of the trees, beckoning you.
Holds up her manacles. Like, can you unlock me?
Yeah. I think the person's had time to take effect.
Yeah, I think I'm there. I promise I won't bite you guys.
Anyone else?
So you unmanacle Ash. The huntsmen volunteer to stay behind with the wagon. They're a little leery, understandably, right now.
Yeah.
They're glad to see that there is a sign of other humanoids over there, but they feel that the wagon is definitely going to need to be watched over, because if Brambleskin is real, if that was Brambleskin, it might even eat the horses. They're not sure.
Yeah. He's gonna Paris is gonna kind of lean over and to whoever looks like they're in charge and just kind of let them know. If there's trouble, get a little ways up the road and then come back for us. If you don't, we'll come looking for you and the wagon, and that would not be good. Motioning at the fingers still in the wagon would.
He nods. He's like, I understand.
That, and there is a giant puma.
Yeah, they've been paying a good amount of space to the puma as much as they can. Keeping an eye on it the whole time.
We're real friendly as long as you stay real friendly, that's all I'm saying.
So they're kind of like they're grateful for not being asked to go into the vineyard right now. Which, to be fair, they probably would lose their shit even if nothing was there.
Yeah.
At this point, like they've had the worst week of their lives and then some.
Well, this is our job, not theirs. So.
Exactly.
So how far off is this new guy?
He's probably about 200 yards. Like, you can just make out his hand moving and motioning for you guys to come over.
No
Alright.
straw poking out with sides or anything? Just check,
No.
Okay.
So Inori's gonna slow things up.
Doesn't look like there's a guy out there. Doesn't look like a murder scarecrow.
Well,
I don't know why you just keep worrying about murder scarecrows. It seems fine. Let's go.
Alright, ass shit.
Inori brings the horse and brings everything to a halt, and she's gonna jump down with her giant ass puma.
Hope, dismounts from the wagon. She seems better composed now. She seems more like herself. She's pretty much ready to go at this point. Darn hops off, he doesn't even make any ceremony of it, other than he makes a symbol of cord on, basically just kind of draws it with his finger on the side of the wagon, just asking for a silent blessing. Harris hops off, he kind of rolls his neck, getting ready to do, and he's kind of got this little swagger back to him, like he always does. Do you approach the guy?
Yep.
Yes.
Go with the puma.
All in force, so I'm with them.
Okay, so you all approach the hooded figure. As you get closer, 8 other figures emerge from the nearby woods. There are there's one adult son. There's a young kid, male child, and also a young woman, and a man that is about her age.
Hello, we're here to check up on the winery. Is everything okay? Ash kind of starts asking.
I'm keeping an eye on this crowd. This starting to feel like one of those times where you walk into the wrong alley and people just melt in around you, and then there's just no more you after that. So.
So he tells you guys that druids or cultists, he's not sure which, have attacked the winery, and they kind of forced the family to take shelter into the woods. He is Davian Meriktov. He seems every bit or more as suspicious of you guys as Theris is of him.
It's totally natural. This is just secretly a drug deal now.
Hi, I'm Ash. These are my friends. As I said, we are here from the town. What was the They sent us to check on the wine shipment. So why are these druids taking over your? Why are these cultists taking over your winery? What happened here?
They are aligned with Baba Lasagna, and they are despoilers as much as they are anything else.
Inori is, standing there looking stone-faced because somebody said the C word. He does not like cultists.
So do you know anything about druids in the area?
No.
They're
still in there?
I believe so. We've not seen them leave. I'm fairly certain that They're either seeking to turn the wine into poison, or they're either that or they're looking for us.
Glancing over at Nori, do you think this has anything to do with your murder tree?
Oh, yes. I think we should solve this problem immediately.
I really don't like the idea of good wine being turned into bad wine, so,
I'm a little more concerned about good people being turned into dead people, but yes.
we can have fun with this, can't we? He smiles a little, trying to smile a little.
Oh,
Okay.
I plan to. And just like flickers of psychic energy in my fingers.
He looks at Inori, tilts his head a little bit, squints his eyes, and he's like,
Only half, it's fine.
he goes, not that. Who inducted you, child?
Vidandrik.
He kind of looks a little surprised at that, and he grins a little bit. And he's like, well, welcome to the family, as extended as it is.
It is an honor.
He introduces everybody that's with him. There's, of course, Davian himself. Adrian is his eldest son. Elvire is the small boy. Stefania is his adult daughter, and this is Dag Thomaskew, her husband.
It's good to see you're safe. We encountered creatures of Babalasadia on the way. Strange scarecrows with sickles for hands. They feasted on kin. We made them pay.
Yeah, those things. She is absolutely obsessed with killing us. I'm not even entirely sure why, other than she's just an evil bitch, frankly.
Do they need anything more than that sometimes?
No, I don't think they do, especially in that one's case. She's... Even for one touched by darkness, she is insane. He kind of like,
There seems to be a lot of that going around here, but luckily they all have kidneys.
you kind of get that little expression on his face that he knows exactly what you mean, and like you have a shared trade craft. But you know, his leg is just horrifically maimed. So it's pretty obvious that he's no longer in the trade anymore.
And what you're telling me is that I shouldn't tell him to walk off.
Ash, you've been out here for what, like a couple of days now?
Yes, we've been here for a while now.
Any idea of how many of them are in there?
I believe there are three druids. However, they are not alone. They have some weird spirit kin of some sort with them.
Well, we don't want to burn down the winery, but, we really should do something about these supposed druids.
Ash nods and looks at Theris, and she's like, "So, what's our plan, guys? How do we want to handle this? Go in there, sneak in there."
Well, I figure, for this one time, maybe we don't burn the building down.
Yeah, that's
obviously.
a waste.
I would appreciate that a great deal. That's what Davian says.
Jokes aside, though. Jokes aside. Why don't I go in and take a look around, and you guys find a good window.
Okay, so go ahead and start stealthing up then.
I can do that.
Don't forget your mental walkie-talkie.
Holy shit.
I only have to see one of you to be able to do that.
Woo! Damn.
Damn.
Damn,
Theris,
son.
take my invisibility scroll. Where'd he go?
It's like, I'll be right back. And he just kind of steps around behind you, and then you just turn around, he's not there anymore.
Here's Scooby-Doo, just like behind a small tree, and he's just gone. It's like...
Yeah, Chase literally just went, I'm Batman, and then just poofed.
Not magic my ass, Ash says.
That's what Ash hears the voice in her head saying, I don't do any magic, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to link up with Ash and Nori both, and I'm going to roll and see how many hours I keep it. For the next 5 hours, we have a psychic link between me and Ash and me and Nori.
Okay. So, you know, when he's kind of like, you know, just poofed out of existence, and Ash just goes, you know, no magic my ass. Hope's just kind of sitting there like, the denial is so strong. She just kind of says that to herself.
Well, I am going to go check the perimeter. Neil,
Okay.
let's go.
Make your stealth.
Boom!
God damn, y'all are on it today. You stealthies are good.
They really need to show me how to do that.
Well, give me 7 weeks and I can train you in it. And the problem is, you're already trained, so it will do literally no good.
Well, I know. I'm just using it as a justification to have learned.
Let's see here.
I actually removed it.
Besides, you have an invisibility scroll.
No, I'm actually contemplating it really hard right now.
Being invisible still does not make you quiet.
That's
That's what Nora says in
That's
her
what Booth of Elvenkind are for.
Ash just smiles and says, I'll let you guys scout it out. If you think there's a good way for us to sneak in, then I'll contemplate using the scroll. Maybe on needing someone else other than me, but... And I'll be patient. I know.
I'm looking
Shocker.
around to see exactly where you guys... You don't see anything. Chase, roll me a perception check right quick.
And do.
Okay, that's actually good enough. So as you get about, you know, you're getting pretty close to the house now, or the winery. You see what appears to be just a collection of just dead vines everywhere. Like, they don't match the grapevines that are nearby. Like, they're just...
smears of blood anywhere nearby.
Okay. You don't see any blood, but the way that they're arranged, or it looks more like there was an attempt to look natural, but they're not naturally, like, splayed out at all. Like, there's not a... Like, it's more like somebody was making an encirclement.
Gotcha.
And rather...
Okay, does it look more like they're trying to use this to keep people in or keep people out?
It looks like they were in a search pattern, almost.
Ah. Whispering in Nori in her head. I think they're murder vines. These aren't grapes.
Oh, if they've already corrupted the vineyard, I'm going to take a special vengeance on these bastards.
No, it looks like these are new. Like they were put here recently. It looks like it looks like it's weird. The vines look like they're looking for something. It's weird.
If they were sent by Baba Lysagia, they're looking for kin.
Bless you.
Yeah. The witch lady.
Make your way. So there's the carriage room. Let me describe that. The loading dock. So that's the easiest, like, most open way to get in.
Yeah, as long as there's nobody, like, clearly openly watching it, that's where I'll make my entrance.
Okay, so you kind of make your way there. There's a wagon loaded with 3 barrels set in braces on the bed. A raised wooden walkway runs along the west, south, and eastern walls. Through a hole in the ceiling, you can see the wooden arm of the loading crane with ropes and hooks dangling from it. So, there is a room to your... Let me do it this way. There's a room to your left. Almost... it's about... The doorway's about 15 foot in, and it's on your left. There's also an exterior door that leads to it. That other room. There on your right, behind the wagon, and on the right is where it leads into what is the interior of the winery.
I'm just making sure. Is this wagon currently loaded up?
There are 3 barrels on it right now.
Okay, so this is I'm gonna mumble to Ash. This is. I think I just found the wagon. I don't think they finished loading it.
Okay.
Just letting her know. There's alcohol in the building to motivate her.
Do you want me to come in now, or you want to finish scouting?
I'm still taking a look. Just wanted to let you know that I don't think that they had left yet. So at least we'll get the job done and get paid for it.
That's good.
Yeah. So Inori's probably running opposite end of Theris.
You notice there's a lot of weird mixed feelings kind of out of Ash's head right now. She's still dealing with a gnawing hunger at the back of her head. She's kind of distracted still a little bit by that.
So you are heading towards the well. There is a ring of tight-fitting moss-covered stones enclosing the well. Not too far away, you can smell smelling herbs from somewhere nearby that are typically used for an outhouse. You are heading into storage. Okay, so what is in there? Bare hooks line the walls of the storage room. Shelves to the south hold several pairs of stained wooden sandals, oversized soles. You can't see that, but you smell like a lot of dirt in the room. When you walk in, I guess this room. Okay, so yeah, this is actually big enough for your blind sense to work fully in here. So, both doors to this room hang open. The one to the west is fitted with iron brackets and leads to the outside, and that's where you just came in from. And laying in the floor, there is a 5-foot-long wooden beam.
What? He must be in storage room.
Oh, my bad. So the storage room, you also smell along the dirt. You also smell crushed grapes.
This must be where they store the wine to age it, I guess.
So, and as you kind of feel around, you feel like the wooden sandals that they use, and there is actually crushed grape residue on some of the sandals. Now, Chase, as you head in, there is a ramp that is a turret-shaped ramp. The wooden floor spiraling from down as well as up above you. Scratch marks along that suggest that the barrels have been rolled up and down this on a routine basis. It seems like it does connect to all 3 levels of this building. Cellar as well as the upper and ground floor.
Is there any sign of anybody moving around in here right now other than us?
Let's see. So far, no. Roll me another perception check.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you do really well. Okay. You still have a 28 stealth. Yeah, because fucking luck, assholes.
You see... I mean, if you want to go with their passive, give them no chance.
I am giving them no chance because I'm a dick and I hate this the way they design these encounters. So.
Technically, the thing is, their passive perception is what they have to use unless they have a reason to be making active checks.
Yeah, and the family has been gone for a while now, and they're just kind of, you know, in a holding pattern. So they have no chance in hell right now. So you kind of like you're getting ready to move into this next room, right? Where these fermentation vats are, because you can smell the fermenting wine. There's a big ass chamber, and you stop yourself, and you can hear one of the druids milling around in there. You kind of poke in, you know, you slow up a little bit even more. You know, you're edging around and you look. You see along the like as the balcony creaks, she's walking just on the upper level above you. There's a wild-looking figure hunched over the westernmost cask, pouring a flask of thick syrup into it. She wears a gown made of animal skins and a headdress made of goat horns, and her hair is long and unkempt. At the very edge of the room, you see a lot of just like what seems to be clipped vines that match the ones that you saw outside, but they're like smaller.
Gotcha.
And there's just a lot of them. Like there's 24 patches of these things, just like scattered about this room.
I'm going to whisper to Ash that they've already run this batch, but I can see them doing it right now.
Okay.
So as Inori goes in through the storeroom side, let me see. Oh, okay. So Inori, you can sense the same thing. Like you can hear the creaking and walking. Like you're just about to walk into that room, and then you hear her. Actually, yeah. Make your own perception check real quick. Your next one. Okay, yeah. So you stop, and you can smell the vines, actually. And you can sense, and you can hear her, and she's definitely not bathed in a while. And you smell something just absolutely foul as she's pouring this syrupy-like substance into one of these wine casks.
Okay, Nori, I kind of feel like something down the line just kind of surprised you.
Not now.
Also,
Inori is kind of going to try to very silently knock her bow.
Okay, so you knock your bow. Just for curiosity, roll me another stealth.
Yeah.
God damn. So yeah, you are just a ghost on the wind. So you've knocked your bow. You can hear her walking. She's muttering something in a language you don't know, and you know she's kind of going around like. You're assuming at this point she's pouring something just foul into these casks that you're assuming is some kind of poison.
She's gonna pinpoint on her voice and the rustling of her animal skins to try to get as good of a freaking aim as possible.
I'm going to kind of like whisper at Inori, as I nod at Ash, just kind of whisper in her head, it might be getting close to time to make a distraction.
As Inori is knocking her bow, you can actually just see Inori now, like as you kind of shift into the room a little bit. You can literally see her directly across from you now, once you're away from the vats. And the vats this room is filled with 4 enormous wooden casks. Each one is about 8 feet wide and 12 feet tall. There's a wooden staircase in the center of the room, climbing to a 10-foot high balcony that clings to the south wall, which has 4 windows set into it at the balcony level. Stacked against the wall under the balcony are old empty barrels with the Wizard of Wines burned into their sides. The balcony climbs another 5 feet as it continues along the west and east walls, leading to the upper level. And then underneath those balconies are several doors, some of which hang open. Beneath the sloping roof stretches the thick rafters, which you see like a lot of like where birds used to sit there, like you just see droppings and like talon marks into the wood. And of course the druid walking around up there.
Seeing Inori is just about like on the edge of just deciding to murder this woman, and deciding that it's probably better not to try to talk her out of it. I'm readying to assist with that, but I'm like literally just whispering, give me a second's warning, and then I'm whispering to Ash to be ready to make a distraction.
Just looking around for a good spot that's out of sight but closer to the house to make a loud screaming distraction. Do I have to roll anything?
So if you're going to want to like make a distraction, like you guys do have a character present who literally can make the sound of thunder for 300 feet.
That's fine. I also have minor illusion that can also do a scream or something like that.
So you like, you know, you're getting ready to cast your minor illusion. So do you want to do the distraction first, or do you want to shoot first?
If Inori's about to shoot, I want there to be the distraction that everybody's distracted by while the druid is screaming and, like, hopefully falling to her death.
Yeah. So...
Inori's like, I've got her in sight.
Just count it off.
Alright, in 3.
Because I'm going to hit her at the exact same time you do, and I'm going to give Ash the signal to create the distraction. Like a second and a half before we try to kill her. So that way she has just enough time to do the thing. Everybody in the building notices that. Everybody in the building is distracted, and they won't hear the screaming of the hopefully dying person.
Alright, on 3.
Yep.
3?
Yep. Yeah.
Ash casts the spell, and you hear a horrific scream coming from behind one of the bushes closer towards the house.
Okay. As that happens,
Throwing blades.
the vines, roll with advantage, both of you, because you have both advantage.
That's Skyrim headshot territory.
It sure the hell is! Double time!
So we got double damage for Inori, come on.
I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure if a 15 does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Okay, then both of my blades hit, because that was the first blade and the offhand blade.
Okay, so Inori takes her shot, that's 14. Also, are you using the cold arrows or not?
Yes.
I believe that was what I said, a 1d... Oh, that's a 1... Yeah, it's a 1d6. Yeah, so
Yep.
get your extra d6 in there. Okay, so 2, 16, Chase has done 16, 20, 25. Okay, yeah, so Inori plugs her right through the eye socket. Chase's psychic blade just like punch out her throat, and she just falls straight to the ground. She doesn't even have time to react. And as Ash is making her illusion, all of these little these vines suddenly animate, and I will be right back. Let me get the book.
It's 30 feet away from Ash. I'm trusting that right now.
I think he might be referring to the vines in the room with us right now.
Yeah.
That's fine. I can't help with that just yet.
Hang on.
They just murdered somebody. So awesome.
Yeah, y'all just
Operation
straight out were
Murderface?
just like, nope, die, bitch.
Skyrim headshot, baby.
This is what you get for touching the sacred elixir.
We do have Sneak 100 on this
They
team.
don't have an adequate description for these little fuckers. So these little vines turn into like these really disturbing fanged plant shaped humanoids that are just super small. They come scurrying outwards. Let me roll a dice here. 4 up, it'll be Theris. 3 down, Inori. Okay, so they all start scurrying towards Theris. Okay. They immediately see Theris, because they have blind sense. Plus, he did just...
I obviate my stealth when I make the attack, so...
Yeah, and you also, dropped your stealth. Inori is undetected.
I will point out, blind sense does not ignore stealth, it just ignores invisibility.
Yeah.
So I lose the stealth when I make the attack. So.
Yeah. So then... illusion again. Play someone else. Okay. The vines that are larger outside. We'll describe those as.
Well, I think we pulled this thing out the other day.
With a badass stealth kill. Oh, yeah.
That took out one spellcaster before they even got to throw a spell. That's a plus.
I agree.
The big ones outside just all animate into about humanoid-sized and humanoid-shaped plant monsters that are just as grotesque as the little ones. And there are 30 of them.
There are 30 of them out here. There are 30 of them out here.
Start killing them again.
Will do.
And they seem to be confused. Karis is like, we should go ahead and get inside and help them kill these druids and get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Ash is in agreement.
So, you guys kind of start making your way running, double move.
Ash will full speed double move, yeah.
So you guys make it past these things as they're like starting to kind of like pick themselves up, and they're just kind of standing there disoriented. And you guys make your way inside. Do you go in through the well side where the storeroom is, or do you go in through the cask or the garage? We'll just call it the garage. That's what it is.
So they're in the storeroom, and there's the garage part. Like how through the psychic link, I know kind of how far separated that. I guess.
Yeah, they're literally like able to see each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're literally like able to look right at each other directly. They are about. They're just like the whole building's about 60 feet across from where they are from each other.
Ash is gonna keep the group together and just get everyone to the garage, and she's just gonna kind of, stay in the back and make sure the whole party's not flanked while they're heading towards this thing fast as possible. If she needs to move faster, she will, but for now she's making sure like Darn and Karis don't get like stabbed in the back by like
rear guard. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll head to the garage there. Yeah.
So you guys pour in through the room that you murder fuck these things. I'm going to start rolling initiative since Theris is here. And I'm going to make my life simple, because Theris has 24 of these things with him. 20 plus 1. This will be Group A.
I will roll my initiative as well if you'd like.
Go for it. They have a 15.
Okay.
Wow. Theris is,
one fucking point today.
Magic Man.
Y'all just are gonna murderize everything. I can feel it.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll mine too, because I'm not gonna leave him hanging. And Inori's like,
you also have no stealth right now, but
B is on a 13. Okay. So far, Inori.
Don't give a fuck right now.
Yeah. Inori is like probably like, what the fuck did we just do to that woman? All you heard was, Like, that's all you heard. Like, she didn't even have time to scream. She was just... She was there, and then she was gone.
You do all that happen to people who ruin wine. You send them where they belong.
13, a 15. Let me roll group 3. I'm rolling these in groups because I'm not rolling 24 initiative counts.
Yep. I decided that Mako was out in the cart with the other guys.
Okay, and an 18
For some extra
for that
lookout.
group. Okay. So, Ash, roll your initiative.
Alright. Making sure. Sorry about that.
Get everybody up.
Like Ash is waking up a little bit.
A lot of it.
Ash is in full murder factory mode. So now I'll roll hope.
You want me to roll for Darn?
Yeah, go ahead. Hope has an 18. This party's on it today, boys.
No, Darn is confused. Darn is like, what's going on?
What happened here?
Sorry.
And Karis, they were like having a conversation apparently that was like this whole philosophical debate the whole time. Yeah. Not knowing the rest of the plan, and then all of a sudden like Ash is running along with like Hope.
Catch up!
Yeah.
Come on!
Okay.
Don't let the bark plant thingy stab you in the back. Come on.
So you guys make it. Karis barricades the garage door behind him. Like he rolls a barrel over. He's like, "Fuck this! There's too many of them out there." We will go ahead and Theris is first on initiative. So what do you do, Chase?
So, Master of Kidneys, where do these things head?
Everything has kidneys in its brain. I'm going to. I believe if I remember right, there's like the casks all around us, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just going to like use those as kind of a way to like narrow how many of them can reach me at once, and just start flinging blades into the crowd and seeing what it takes to kill one.
Okay.
But I'm going to kind of duck behind one of the casks so I can use my bonus action to hide once I'm out of sight for a second, and then get my sneak attack.
Okay.
So I'll roll my stealth here, and I'm going to throw my psychic bonus on that.
Okay.
So total of 13 on the stealth.
Okay, so
and then I will pop out for murder here once. I'm only getting one attack, but I use my bonus action for that instead of the offhand.
Of course they see you.
Hey, no worries. I'm still getting my 24 to hit.
Yes, that definitely hits easily.
I just don't get my sneak attack is all. So.
Okay. Okay. You kill one immediately. Like, you just blast it to pieces with your mind bullets.
My movement to kind of like make it so they won't be able to just womp me. I'm just pulling back away from them a bit.
Okay.
But kind of trying to get edged towards Inori so we can like at least be in the same general area.
Okay. So you guys kind of like edging towards each other. Ash is next on initiative order.
So we're all about the same area now, right?
Yeah, you can see him now, and you see these things are about the size of
Garden gnomes.
They are about the size of halflings, so a little taller than a garden gnome, but not by much.
Ash is going to use her best
Jesus
judgment.
Christ, how big are the garden gnomes where you live?
People have some big fucking gnomes down here, dude.
Ash is going to try her best guess. Do these things look like they're What do they look like? Does she suspect
They look
they're-
like a collection of just vines and twigs turned into like a fanged humanoid with claws for hands.
Fuck it. Can I use my bonus action before my regular standard action?
Yeah.
Okay, Ash is gonna cast Hex, and she'll Hex the closest one to her, and then she'll attack it.
Okay.
I should actually cast Hex on these things, shouldn't I? Alright, that's that. Alright, so, here we go. She attacks it. Well, shame
That
she
definitely
curses,
hits.
But that would have been a waste.
Y'all are so murderizing things so hard today.
Well, that's a little disappointment, but,
You kill it.
okay, I move the curse onto the one right next to it, and I whack the next one.
Okay.
Does that hit?
That does in fact. No, that misses actually.
Okay. Well, there's Ash's turn.
Okay. Next up on initiative order would be.
Is there any preferred weaknesses to the stats you want on these things? Because
No
I
idea.
can, with Hex, I can give a negative to one of its ability checks.
Dex.
No
Dex.
idea.
Alright, Dex, so anything I curse now is going to have a disadvantage on Dex checks.
Okay.
That does not count for saving throws, though, just so that's clear.
Okay,
Hope
That's
beats
fine.
that. Oh, Hope does beat it because she has a higher dex than these things. Okay, so that's the rule I'm going with. I just want to shrink the log. That's all I want. Okay, thank you.
Inori's gonna kind of whisper. You know,
Oh, yeah.
"Hey."
Hope. Out of curiosity, she invokes the wrath of the heavens, like, or at least that's what she'd feel like with the language she's using. 'Cause she's using celestial, with a song that just ends in a booming clap. He casts thunderclap. God, I have to roll. I'm gonna roll their con saves in groups. I refuse to roll this 23 times. 20. Group A. Damn it, don't tell me that succeeds. I would be so mad. Ah, it doesn't. Okay. Group A has failed. Look, if I wanted to make our entire session take that long, I could do just their save, but we're not. Group B fails. Group C has failed.
Say these groups share a mind.
And Group D actually succeeds. Holy shit. So they all now have to take. Oh yeah, you guys will have to make your con saves too. But roll 1d6. There.
Ash failed.
Group A eats 3, of course.
What was the area of effect on this?
100 feet.
Okay.
All around con saves.
Woo! I think I made it.
Group B.
Oh.
Of course, god damn it. And this is Group C.
Wait.
She just absolutely destroys Group C entirely.
Just to make this is thunderclap.
Yes.
That is a 5-foot range.
Oh, is it?
It's a.
Oh,
it
the
can be
sound
carried
is.
100
Okay, I
feet.
got you. Okay. So she's only targeting Group A then. Okay.
Okay.
So she's all like she does the thunderclap thing. She'll know everything in 100 feet definitely hears you
She
guys.
hits everything within 5 feet of herself.
Okay. So
I'll
it would
say
only be
That's
Ash
not
and
moving
Theris
blast
then.
all again.
So it'd probably be Ash and Theris that eat the damage then. And I think
If
she made.
she literally has to be adjacent to us.
Okay.
And
she
I am
does
really 30 feet away
group
from, like,
one,
4
and they
three
eat.
from me, so.
Yeah.
I'll still say Ash is right next to her, so Ash will take the hit. How much damage did Ash take?
So she's going to. She thunderclaps 2 of them. Easily enough. Looking at the grid. Okay. So she thunderclaps 2 of them, and they almost fizzle apart. And
You, so it's 6 damage, is that right?
The
That's what you rolled there? Is that what those 2d6s were?
The first one was the damage I rolled. I was trying to roll them in groups.
Oh, you do have reason I asked us.
So 3 damage.
She's only level 4, that's right. I forgot we weren't level 5 yet. Sorry.
Yeah.
Cantrip's upgrade to level 5.
Ooh, that'll be nice then. So yeah, they eat 3.
Ash takes 3 damage?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to...
No, you're good. They alright, so... Well, everything in 100 feet definitely knows you guys are there now. That was the part that I was reading. Okay. So, after Hope, it is Group D. And they are going to try to claw at you guys. Let's do 3 of them at Theris. They're little mini-sized hands.
I've got a 15 AC.
Okay,
So
first one hits. Let's do... I guess I should do the damage independently of each other. Alright, so 1d4 plus 1. So this is the first hit on Group A. 3 damage.
Got it.
This is... So he's gone. At least they're accurate, little fuckers. Jesus!
Right.
Okay, that would be a crit.
2d4 plus 3. Jesus!
Plus 3?
Oh, wait, hang on.
2d4
My bad,
plus
my
1,
bad,
so
my bad.
it's just going to be 7 damage.
My bad. Alright, so 7.
Yeah, just 7.
Okay, I'm looking at literally, like, these fucking 24 monsters, and my brain's just like, bah!
Yeah, just you give them the plus 1 of their strength, I assume,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
14 misses.
Thank God. Okay. He's done. I'm literally making sure I put a D beside these so I can keep track of them.
Take your time, man. I know it's overwhelming.
Done. The 17 hit?
Who? There were only 3 attacks on me. Who's the next attack on who?
This one is on Ash.
Ash's armor class is also 15.
Yep.
Okay. Roll 1d4 plus 1. Ash takes 5.
Though you can shield if you need to.
I'll save it for a bigger hit.
And then the last one in Group D swings and misses at Ash.
Just so you know, when you cast shield, it lasts until the end of the turn.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Yeah, just letting you know.
The 18 is gone.
It's until the start of your turn, it actually lasts until the start of your next turn. So everything that would hit you between now and then has to hit a 20 instead of a 15.
Okay, so next up is Group A, who only has 4 of them left. Okay. They're going to swing at Hope. Miss. Check beside this. So many monsters. That will hit, and he's done, so I need to roll his damage now. You'll take 3. Was number 2.
Yes.
Okay. This one is going to shimmy in. Okay. Take 5. And There's 3 of them. One more in her group.
That'll hit her.
Yep, that hits. 2. Okay. That is Group A. Next up is Group B, it looks like. And they're going to try to make their way around to the top of the thing. They're actually pulling back to make their way backwards.
Okay.
And then after them, it is now...
If they're pulling back and Inori hasn't been noticed yet, can I get an opportunity on those little bitches?
It is actually your next go on initiative order.
You'd only get an opportunity attack if they leave your threatened space in melee.
Ah, boo.
But they are still unaware of you.
Who's not you.
Especially since, you know, Hope made the thunderclap, so everything is, you know, heading towards that side of the building.
Oh.
And this is exactly the right time for something like, say, I don't know, an area of effect ability you have.
Yeah, I was already on it.
Time to vaporize some shit.
Yeah, Inori's definitely casting Hail of Thorns, my guy.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Good ass.
Kick their ass. Get some of these knobs off of my fucking map. I'll have to roll all these motherfuckers.
But I gotta alright, let's see.
Which group are you targeting?
Wait, did I hit the right dice or the wrong one? Should I hit the spell or the range attack? I don't know.
Do you want to hit the button to cast a spell?
Yeah.
You'll still have to make a ranged attack, but you'll add 1d10 damage to it, to everything within 5 feet.
Okay.
They all have to make a DC 14 dex save, and anything that fails the save takes 1d10 extra damage, or half of that on the save.
So do I have to roll the effect first?
No, you make an actual normal attack roll against the first creature, and then everything within 5 feet of it makes a save.
That's good, because I think I hit the wrong bow anyway.
That's fine. That's what you wanted to hit.
Yeah. Okay.
And then if you hit the cast button on your sheet, it'll just mark the slot off, and it might let you roll the d10 from there as well, which will let you roll it separately, so it's in a separate box.
Okay.
Okay, so she still got to make a normal attack roll in order for the spell to go off?
Okay, rolling.
Whenever she gets in
there it goes. Okay, so she hits.
Yep, and then I do the regular damage and the spell damage?
Yep. Yes. You do regular damage to the base guy. The spell damage hits everything within 5 feet of him, including him if he's still alive.
Alright, that's the base guy. And
okay,
this
so...
is the other thing.
Yep, so have them make a dex save, Aaron.
Okay, so this is Hail of Thorns. Is it A, B, or C, or D? A has 2 that are dead, and 2 more that are really had the living stuffing beaten out of them. B is completely fresh. C is fresh, and D is fresh.
I'm gonna take out one of the freshies if I can.
Okay, so let's say you target group...
You said you wanted to go after the ones that were trying to pull away from you, I think, right?
Okay,
yeah,
so yeah,
the ones
group
that were
C.
trying to break off, yeah.
Okay, so group C. So she's going to go after group C. So I need to roll their dex save.
Because ain't none of that happening.
Watch them fucking ace it. No! Thank God!
No!
So they take all like 5, like everything within 5 feet of the one in the middle takes 6 damage, and the one in the middle takes a total of 13.
Yep.
So that would be 1, 2, 3, 5 squares. Yeah, she wipes that group. That group is gone.
Nice.
All 6 of them just fucking explode from, you know, the Hail of Thorns.
Oh yeah, I still have kitty attack too.
Yep.
Does that require you to use a bonus action, or does the cat do it on its own turn?
I don't remember.
Because you're still with
I
a
think
bonus action.
she's got to do the bonus action on the cat. Let me check because the primal's
Click-
different than the old one.
Yeah, your
click
spell
the
is a bonus action, so.
Yeah.
They'll probably have it in features and traits.
Yep, it does say it's a bonus action to command it.
Yep. Well, that's fine.
Okay. So yeah, she still wiped out a whole chunk of them right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Inori has gone. The next ones to go is looks like all team good guys. So Darn, or no, it's Karis,
Okay.
and then Darn.
Aaron's just going to kind of brush up and get stuck in. He's good at one thing, but he's not bad at that one thing.
No.
So
Group
whatever-
A is the
whatever
closest-
he can get into. Like,
Group
whatever's
A-
closest.
Group A and Group D are the closest targets to him.
He'll move in on A then, and just take a swipe at one of the ones that already looks downable,
Okay.
and just finish it off. I think a 19 will probably hit them,
That most definitely does.
and I think 11 damage, considering, yeah, that might kill one, I think, maybe just a little.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
considering it
it
had one
murders
hit point
things.
left, so he just takes the flat of his sword, smacks it really hard, and turns the thing into fucking kindling.
And he's just like, come on!
Next up is Darn.
Darn is tempted to bring fire, but then realizes he's in a place with potential alcohol, and
Liquid flame is not actually fire.
yeah,
Right.
but he also has produced flame now, but for roleplay reasons. So instead, he switches over and he starts doing Sacred Flame. I was trying to figure it out. I'm sorry, and he attacks something with Sacred Flame.
Oh, I only mentioned it because we had some confusion about it.
Okay, so they got to
before.
roll the
That's
dex save, and that fails. They eat
Fails
7. So you just
Yep.
torch. He just straight up torches one of the healthy ones in Group A. Just lights their ass up and just like invokes the wrath of Cord, and they just burn. The holy power just completely torches it. Next up is Theris.
back up to me? Okay.
Yep.
Seeing that these things don't seem particularly strong, I'm going to use my main hand attack and fling at one of the ones probably that's still trying to get away from an order. No, one that got away from an order are all dead.
Yep, Group C is gone.
So I'll fling one at one of them in B, and then on the offhand I'll fling it at the last wounded one in A.
Okay.
Because that offhand attack isn't as likely to do as much damage. That's definitely a hit.
God, yes.
6 damage for the first hit.
Okay, so that kills that last one in A.
No, this is actually the attack on the one in A. Is this one here? The one
Okay, yeah,
main hand
okay,
is
gotcha.
the one against the unwounded one.
Okay.
I don't know if the 10 will hit though.
It misses.
Yeah, so that's the offhand. The offhand missed.
So the wounded
And then
one
I'm
is
just kind
still
of,
the wounded one is still in action then. Okay.
and I'm just gonna kind of thread my way through and try and get. If I believe C was trying to go upstairs.
Yes.
Nope.
C's
Wait,
gone.
I thought I killed all. I
Yeah,
killed all
she
the ones
TPK'd
that were
Group C.
But I want to make sure if that's the way they were heading, I'm going to kind of sort of thread my way towards there and try to
Cut them
They're
off
off.
if they try to run.
Yeah.
Okay.
block any other ones from heading that way.
Okay. So running through. Let me look at the map. Make sure there's no way up there safely. There's the center stairs. You guys are here. The monsters are there. Okay, so you'll trigger some AOs from Group B, it looks like.
Okay.
20 plus 3. Which there's only like 3 that can feasibly hit you in that group right now.
That will definitely hit. The things
Jesus.
are less than a 50-50 chance to hit me. My God. They are rolling lucky.
Jesus.
my friend.
They are just murderizing you. These guys don't like you, or apparently plants and you don't get along.
That one misses. And no, I'm not a big fan of nature. That one will hit.
Damn.
3 more
Okay,
damage.
got it. I'm
Plants
still
do
good to
not
go,
like
though.
you at all. You do not have a green thumb, sir. I'm sorry.
No, indeed. Very black thumb. But still up, still standing, still good.
Okay, so Theris is gone. Next up is Ash.
Just to clarify, Ash was just hit once last action, or was she hit more than once? I was a little confused on that. Sorry to confuse things. Because I saw a whole bunch of group hitting, and I didn't know if anyone was taking damage, so I was wondering if that was on Ash or not, and I just wanted to keep it down.
I think you've taken like 3.
Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna take what Chase said. And I'm just gonna say I casted shield and prevented all that damage after that first one. So you know.
Okay.
It was a reaction. It won't hurt anything, and I don't have to. We don't have to go through all that horrible math. So.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're
I
fine.
was unclear that I was being hit more.
Okay.
So a little bit meta question. Did any of that damage from her hex actually affect the creature when she hit it? Did it look like it was actually taking the necrotic damage?
They're not immune. Like these things are very, very weak.
This is like CR 100.
And how many more are around us still? Like how much have we weeded out these groups?
They're started with 24. They are down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Y'all have already wiped out 14 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a little bit more than half are already gone.
Just
small fries. Where's the druid?
Nah, fuck it again. All right, Ash will just attack, move her hex on to the nearest one to her, attack it, and see what happens. 13. That's a 19.
That'll hit.
I think I hit.
So you are attacking Group D right now.
Yeah. And is that enough damage to down one?
Yes.
So is she'll thwack the next one?
Yep. You can go ahead and thwack the next one. That definitely hits.
4 damage. Does she need more damage on it?
And she kills it.
Yeah, fuck it. I feel like rolling my fucking hexblade damage anyway, because I fucking cast a spell. I might as well see what it does. 1 extra damage.
Well, hey, you know, it also, you know, fucking.
Oh god damn.
Oh, it doesn't heal you? Oh, okay.
No. That's the regular.
The 2 in Group D are now gone, so now 16 have died. Of Group D, there are now 4 remaining. Do I want them to go after Paris? There's still more bodies up front, so I think they would probably go after what they think is more meat. So they're going to go after you guys, Karis and Ash.
Okay. Karis will use the reaction to give disadvantage to the first attack on Ash.
Okay. Which I will go ahead and type out.
It doesn't help.
No.
Oh god.
These things are so accurate.
Right. One of these fuckers are getting bit next turn. Ash is getting tired of this.
4 damage.
They probably won't
It has to be constructs or undead, and then you're biting into sap.
Ew. Probably poison sap.
Well, we're gonna find out.
They're technically eatable. They're not constructs or undead.
We don't know. Ash doesn't know that.
They're not undead or constructs, so technically they're edible, theoretically.
Ash doesn't know that.
So the next one swings at Karis. Misses. Let me put a check beside this one so I can keep track. Alright, the next one is going for Ash.
Uh-huh.
God damn!
My god. These things... You have the reverse of plot armor. The sidekicks have been missed every attack. The players are the ones eating it.
This is what I get for not casting Blur.
4 damage.
Shield again right now if you want to. It's a reaction. Like, you can go like, okay, I got hit once, that's fine. The second time, shield it, and then everything else is going to be having to hit like a 20.
I already said I wasted the shield, so it's all good.
Okay, next one is going for Karis.
That's right.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
This is the last one for Karis, and he misses. Yeah, you guys have reverse plot armor right now, apparently. Next up on initiative order is Hope. Hope looks at this group.
Please don't thunderclap us again.
Yeah, Ash can't do that a second time.
Hope just kind of shakes her head a little bit, takes out her blades. The first thing she's doing with her bonus action, she picks Ash and whispers a sweet nothing in Ash's ear, and Ash, you gain 5 temporary hit points, as does Karis. Oh, it's all 5 within that you can see. That's everybody in this group, isn't it? Hang on, 1, 2, 4. Everyone but Darn just gained 5 temporary hit points.
Poor Darn.
Actually, does that not work on yourself? No, it doesn't. So Darn gets it and she doesn't. Okay. So Darn has 5 temporary hit points too. Everyone but Hope. That's her bonus, and then she's just going to go to town with her rapier and dagger. First,
she can only do one or the other. The offhand attack is a bonus action, which is what she had to use for the magic.
Okay.
This thing's dead anyway.
Yeah, it's totally dead.
Oh, that most certainly hits. And she definitely kills it. The one in Group D is gone. So she took exception to them, like, clawing at Ash, and we just skewers one. Just kebabs it, quite literally, for a minute. And then pulls the blade back. Hope is gone. This 18 group is gone. That remains 1, 2, 3, 4 for Group B. Okay. Group B is going to make their way towards Theris, because Group D is still blocking the way at this point. So they're going to make their way towards Theris.
Yep. I believe that was one of the ones I took out one of.
Yes. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Okay.
If it matters, Ash still
Yes.
can bonus attack anything 10 feet out of her with, you know...
Fucking hey.
Second one was
4
Let
damage.
me know if Ash gets any opportunity attacks.
And the third one that can feasibly hit you in this group misses.
yes, yeah.
The other 2 are, like, kind of stuck behind right now because they can't really move through each other's spaces that well.
Yeah.
Like, you've pretty well funneled them at this point, so that's all that Group B can do, feasibly. So, next up after the 13 initiative, Group C is dead. That would be... I believe it's Inari's go.
Okay. Alright, which group is still in, like, sight?
Right now, there is Group B, which is closer to Chase, because he's closer to you now. You can roll a perception and try to pinpoint them if you want to shoot some more. Or if you just want to, you know, go in there and go to town with your short swords, that's fine too.
Yeah. She doesn't want to risk hitting hitting Shadow Boy with any arrow doom.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure getting shot in the back right now would suck.
So she's going in, boys.
All right, she goes in with her blades.
Oh God, Inori.
Miss.
Miss with the first one. What about the second one?
Hey, you got a friendly. I'm kidding.
That is a hit. Roll damage.
Woohoo!
He kills it.
So the first swing
That's
was
2
like
less
bang,
than Group B.
bang,
And
bang,
you still got your
bang.
bonus action.
Yep, kitty, it's mall time, baby.
Yeah, he's got enough room to charge, so
Yep.
make his attack roll.
I'm pretty sure an 18 is definitely going to hit.
That hits.
Yeah.
No, this is their chosen one.
Damage is D8 plus 2 plus 2, so D8 plus 4.
5, actually. Nope, 4. I think 4.
Yeah, because your proficiency bonus is 2 right now.
4. Yep.
It'll go up next level, though.
Yep. So roll your damage.
Be 6.
Okay, so the cat, charges in. He pounces one down and just rakes it into pieces. There's only 2 left now in Group B. Next up is Karis.
Karis is going to continue smashing his way through.
Okay.
I think there's still the one in Group A that's wounded. How many others are in Group A?
Group A has 1 jabroni left that's almost dead.
Okay, they'll just whack that one and then move in elsewhere.
Okay.
15, I think, will hit.
That most certainly does.
And imagine 10 damage will finish it off.
Oh
Yes.
God, yeah.
And
Yes.
he just moves in to, help with the next group.
Okay,
Which will
so
have,
he's going to
jazz
wade
hands.
into Group D. Okay. Next up is Darn.
Darn thinks it's a good time to keep these things going, so he's trying to stun down another one.
Okay, so we're going to roll its dex save. It fails, and he torches it. So Group D just lost another one of its number. There are 2 remaining.
Excellent.
Uh,
I think there are 3 in C and 2 in D, and that's all that's left.
Yep, 2. D is gone because Inori wiped them.
I'm sorry, B, rather. The ones that we were charging me
2.
earlier.
So there's 4 left.
Okay.
So B is... So Darn is gone. So the next up is Theris.
Well, just gonna double strength here.
Okay, so you're going to go after your 2 in Group B.
Yeah.
You must go to the next level. You must find their soul kidneys.
Well, that's a miss.
Yep.
But offhand strike, that's a hit.
That most certainly does.
Oh,
That is
God.
9 damage. So
Good dad, Jim.
You obliterate it.
I'm gonna let you know, it's probably in melee range of the cat, so I could have rolled sneak attack, but who cares? It's very dead.
Yeah, it's dead. It's dead, Jim. It's dead.
Next up is Ash.
This is probably gonna miss, but I'm gonna try anyway. Ash is still fucking really annoyed. She got clawed at and now nommed on, so she's nomming back. Pierced slightly on instinct.
Nice.
Bite attack.
Go for it.
Bite, hit.
I assume that hits, and does 5 damage. Oh, okay, so Ash heals for 5 damage.
So,
Does
Ash,
this thing still live?
you pick this thing up. She grabs onto she just does that quick bite down at it. Completely, you maul its throat out completely and tear out half of its shoulder. And you're just let me have you roll.
I still do X damage, though. It took 2.
Roll me a Constitution check, right quick.
Ooh, okay, Constitution check. Oh, check, my bad. I rolled the wrong one.
No, well, they're the same, but...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You take the first one if you want. It doesn't
Okay, so the room has a whole bunch of colors swirling at the end of your vision. You are a little disoriented. You have disadvantage on your perception checks for the next 10 rounds.
You just ate the heroin plant monster.
Oh.
It
that's-
tastes
sorry, I'm
so
sorry.
good, though.
Say what? Say what, Aaron? It tastes what?
It tastes so good, though. You're literally you feel like you're sucking out the essence of just pure magic.
This is
Oh,
Oh,
that
no,
hit
not again.
spot. Oh, yeah.
You've already made a second Constitution check, so you pass that. You
Second,
add...
this is a Constitution check?
Yeah, so the first one he had to do a save, which he failed.
Okay.
And the second one I'll take, the 20.
+5. The contract gets a +5.
Oh.
Because
Okay.
of the fanged bite, he gets a plus.
Oh,
for the
yeah.
next
So,
ability check
Ash.
or attack roll.
So you're...
Actually, I think I'm supposed to pick one of those. Do I get
Oh,
that?
that's true. Yeah, okay. He's only one or the other.
I took only the healing, so
So you took the healing? Okay.
Yeah.
As a result of biting something that is definitely not blood, as you understand it anyway, Your next, like, spell slot spell is going to do an extra D4 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, I'll do the short rest to get that back. Well, I guess it could work on Hex.
So you wiped that one off the map. So there are
Yeah, I don't think
1
I
in
can
B and 2 in
unless I
D.
curse something, so.
After Ash, it is Hope's
You
turn.
can kick one for 3 damage.
Like a what?
You can technically use an offhand attack to kick one with an
Yeah,
unarmed
yeah,
strike,
you
and then
could.
do, like,
Yeah,
Sure.
make another
those are,
attack.
like,
Why not?
3
Why
damage,
not?
if you can do it.
I miss. I attempt to, but I miss.
Hey, you kind of tripped the like fantastic.
You just barely miss it too.
It's that Luke Skywalker Boba Fett kick.
Yeah.
The thing goes back to
You're fucked up right now. You're high as fuck right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so wrong, but so right.
Hope is
Winter
just going to go to
always
town.
high.
Oh, she does hit. Okay. So her main hit with the rapier does hit.
Nice.
She absolutely skewers another one in Group D. And she's going to go ahead and use her dagger. That hits. And I just roll a d4 because it's an offhand. She kills the last one in Group D.
Nice.
There is only one left in Group B.
It's not goblin.
Imagine for the sake of brevity, we can just assume we mob that motherfucker down.
Yes. You all just like, you do the full-on The Office scene on it where they're beating the shit out of that printer.
Kill it before Ash goes for seconds.
Actually, Ash, do you go for seconds?
For the day.
No, she has enough self-control. She's taking the edge off. Way off. You know, I mean, I know I got bit and scratched, but hey, I'm feeling pretty good, guys. That was fun.
No.
As Ash is just like covered in sap and scratches.
Ash just literally licking her lip.
Don't even think about it. I will stab your brain, Kimmy.
What? Why? Huh? What? What? I bit. Oh God! I bit the thing. Oh God!
It's not a person. You're fine.
Oh God!
We've got more druids. Let's find them. You don't bite anything else.
Hope's like, that was so awesome.
I will poison you.
Oh.
I think that's what just happened.
You guys ever smoked that just good stuff? I mean,
No, usually I only have silver, so they don't give me the good stuff.
So you guys are hearing, like, the outside, like, these things are still trying to get in. They don't seem particularly bright. And they're not particularly strong. Karis, manhandled the barricading duties.
I'm going to kind of, like, glance upstairs and say if there's any more, they're probably up there.
Yeah,
hear
they're...
anything?
Go ahead and roll perception, Renari, and I'm assuming Chase is going to go back into ghosting mode.
As long as I don't immediately get told, oh my god, there's another arrow coming from my face right now, yes.
Okay.
She's too angry. She wants him dead.
Okay. And Ari's
Reverse
kind of lost her
nature.
focus. Okay.
You might want to try some of this sap. It really relaxes
You
you.
know, I'm going to be honest. I'm not happy with a 15. I'm going to add my d6 for that.
Okay. Nice.
Now I have a 17.
Okay. So you kind of ghost. The walkway leads you guys.
By the way, next level, that becomes a d8, guys.
Where is it?
Nice.
Okay, so you guys you have to go back down from the entranceway that you were. Where is the stairs to go up this way? I guess they are just there. Okay, so yeah, you go further up. Fuck it, I'm gonna redo this map. Makes more sense to do it this way anyway.
We all see a black cat twice. I understand.
Pretty much. And you make your way around the edges of these, the big giant casks.
I mean, I have to be Neo. I don't want to be that bad.
I mean, that makes enough sense to me.
And you make your way up. There are, you make your way around and into this hallway. There are 2, 3, 4, 5 rooms across from you. And then there's another door leading to... You know what? I'm gonna change that. Yeah. So there's 5 rooms, and then there's like a loft across the hallway.
I'm gonna kind of check at keyholes. Because we've made some noise. Anybody who's in here knows we're here. So I'm kind of trying to get a sense of where are they lurking, waiting for us.
Okay. So you're going kind of hunt mode?
Yeah.
Okay. Make a perception check for me, just right quick. Just for giggles.
Can do. I'll take a 21.
Okay. You hear, in the 5th room down the hall, somebody moving just faintly, like he's trying to set up an ambush.
Into Ash's and Inori's heads, I'll let them know. And then I'm gonna actually go in. I want these rooms are on separate sides, but I'm like, there's a room next to this room, right?
Yeah, you can look right down the hall, and it's on your left, the room that you think you're hearing somebody in.
Do I remember there being balconies on the outside of this building?
There are no balconies outside.
Okay. So I'd have to do this the hard way. I'm gonna try to go into the next room over from the ambush room. And I want to see if there's a way for me to get from this room to the other one, if I could make some sort of a check, like an acrobatics maybe, to make that. So when they go in through the door, I'm coming in through the window.
Okay, so you're basically going to pop in the backside behind
dynamic entry in this shit.
Okay, so you're coming in through the window, and Ash is going up the hallway loud and proud.
Sounds good.
Okay.
And Inori is going to try to get her head together and search out for the 3rd guy, because fuck this noise.
Okay.
Ash starts loudly saying, "Hey man, it's the time to surrender. This is your last chance."
Will mention to Ash, if he actually surrenders, please say so. Otherwise, I'm stabbing him.
I'm fine with that. All right, Aaron, I do
anyway.
say that. Ash does ask, "This is your last chance to surrender. You want me to make a persuasion roll at all?"
Let's see here.
And Ori will just kind of whisper, "Kill
Yeah,
it."
go ahead. Let's see.
Are you sure, delicious snack? You don't
I'm gonna use my human mating call.
Come out, delicious snack, and surrender.
This is not helping us not set Ash on fire in her sleep, just so you know.
Quiet with the dice. The dice gods have spoken. Ash is high and has the munchies.
And Ori is not disagreeing with this. Yes, kill it.
Use hope for that.
It's like, yes, kill it. Kill it with everything.
Oh my god.
None of this was intended, chat. This is just what has happened with roleplay and dice.
Oh my god. You hear in response, eat shit and die.
Years that way.
Mumbles in Ash and Nori's ears. Well, they made their choice.
They were offered to surrender.
Yeah, you deal with that one. I'm gonna find the other one.
Oh, hang on a minute. Let me see if I can look up this thing right quick. Oh my god. Oh. We used the stoner to try to persuade somebody to surrender.
Listen to this, people. You'll never see Alucard and oh shit.
One of them Belmonts.
D.
Thank you. I was trying to remember the other ones. Act high and need to feed. Here you go, people. You don't get this outside of D&D.
I don't know. I'm getting the feeling like Helsing Alucard would totally do shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. That was a 70-inch plasma screen TV.
Someday we'll roleplay that scene.
How can I help you today?
That was a 1000 GB magical mirror.
Where is the staff? Okay. Okay, thank you. This is what I needed, game. Not that I think this is going to matter in this case, but I'm going to add some info here right quick.
Anyone still there? I've gone quiet.
Yeah,
No, I'm dead. I'm sorry.
Okay. It was so quiet, I was like, did I mute something?
No. I decide how murder thirsty Inari is for this last druid. I'm thinking very murder thirsty.
Join the high side.
Hey, no perversion to nature, damn it. This place is fucked up as it is. We don't need none of that.
Nature's already trying to kill everyone here.
Nature.
Okay.
Sometimes you gotta fight your inner nature. The smashes in the head.
Alright.
Let me get this thing. Please don't give me an excuse to actually have to kill you.
No friends. No friends.
Okay. So, the druid, like, kind of shimmies out and bursts out into the hallway. Which means, Chase, make your entrance.
First things first, acrobatics, I believe.
What's that?
Is that what I'm rolling?
Yeah. I think, yeah. Acrobatics make your dynamic entry.
Okay. 1 second, I'm adding my die to that.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's a fail, brother.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
Bruce
that's
Lee.
okay. I didn't go right. It didn't go how I hoped.
Okay.
It's all right.
Nope, it did not work. Nope, it did not work.
So you kind of go out the window.
I was trying to like swing to the other window. Most likely, I'm now on the ground.
Guess I got to roll fall damage right quick.
What does the thud sound like inside someone's head?
3 damage.
No swing.
Yeah. Chase has said something like really clever too. Like he had like the best shiv "I'm gonna shiv you in the kidneys" line ever, and immediately like he goes out the window, almost reaches onto the other window, and then just completely whiffs it and goes straight down to the ground.
Dynamic shivery was attempted.
Watch the windowsill, and I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be. Oh no! Oh no!
So Chase is outside now.
For the record, I am absolutely going to spin this as the plant monsters grabbed me. No one can prove different. None of you can see me.
Speaking of,
What did you say in your head?
Oh, fuck.
No, all I said to you was, ooh. I'm confirming this link. I don't speak involuntarily.
Ash does not know this. Ash will always speak involuntarily.
oh God. So yeah, guys. So chat. What happens is Theris goes out the window of the room that he'd snuck in, and he was going to try to just swing his way in through the other window to go stab this guy in the back as he's trying to get out the room. And he rounds the corner, and he just doesn't grab onto the other ledge like he's supposed to. And he just falls straight down to the ground from the second story. Let me see here.
Luckily, I still had 1 temporary hit point, so I only took a little bit of damage from that.
And you hear all the pounding that's inside the cart room, the garage, stops.
Yep, I now have a problem, I know. I will deal with that on my next turn.
So they immediately start making their way out towards you. Like, you see them just start spilling out from the garage. These are, you know, humanoid-sized plant monsters.
Deal with that.
So now we're gonna roll the initiatives for Ash and Co. against this poor druid. I'm gonna roll his.
Behind me, non-snacks. We must defeat the snack.
He has a 15.
That's when they just let you go alone and you get killed.
Probably.
Actually, yeah, Honori's looking for the third guy.
Ash has 18.
They kind of just ghosted, so yeah.
I know Hope's initiative is +4. She only has a 10, Jesus. Okay. Hope was, you know, griping about the syrup that got on her dress. Harris and Darn roll initiatives. Rolling.
Okay. Ash, slow down. Ash, slow down.
Darn has
Sorry,
a
right now.
19. He is going first. And Karis has a 12. Okay. So the order is Darn, Druid. No, Darn, Ash, Druid. Yeah. Darn, Ash, Druid. And after that, it is Hope.
And Inori is hunting a
Nope,
third
nope.
guy.
After that is
So, yeah.
Karis and then Hope. Karis and then Hope. Karis and Hope.
All right. Do you want Darn to start this off?
Yes, light this candle.
All right. He's gonna pull out his lance and he's gonna charge. Melee attack.
Okay. So he's gonna give a
19?
good stab that hits.
Yep. Ooh. Ow. 13 damage.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Spicy boy. Darn actually gets a pretty good lick in on him. Next up is Ash.
Fuck it. Ash is gonna cast it with her Hexblade Curse, and fuck it. She's gonna go in for another bite. She's feeling good, and he's a snack. 21.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh my god, it hit.
All right, this does 2 more damage than it actually does, but I'm not gonna mod it in manually, so I'll just let you know. She does 7 damage to him, and heals for 7 damage.
Okay, give me just a second. I gotta look up something here. I need to describe something to you about this druid in particular. Where is it?
Why are you saying that does 2 more damage? Oh, right, because of the Hexblade, right?
So Ash does
Okay.
It's
7
the one
to
time
him.
like that allows more like
Ash
damage on
just
the
gets a
bite.
good old chunk out of him, and he's like, "Get the fuck off me!" What's wrong with you?
But hey, that's a good heal off of that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
No.
Oh, Ash is feeling really good. She only gets a couple of bumps and scratches now.
The staff that this druid is carrying is a spongy black length of wood. Okay, so Ash is healed for 7.
Yeah, so she's near back up to max. So.
Right.
I think she's good for the day.
She's also used her only 2 bites for the day, so
Well, actually, they come back.
long rest.
Long rest. You're right. You are 100% right. Oh well. At least I'm saving us on healing spells.
Hate that spell name. I absolutely hate the spell Shillelagh's name.
Oh no. Up on me,
Okay,
woman!
that's
Bam! I love
Right.
Shillelagh.
I do too, but it's a dark druid using Shillelagh. I want to
I don't hate the Irish, so I like Shillelagh.
And so he casts, he casts Shillelagh. You don't recognize the spell. It's in some weird ass language that makes your skin crawl. And
Bark.
I
don't know why I did that.
now he's swinging at Ash.
Never stick. No.
Bad dog.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, he goes full on 2-handed grip on this thing. He's like, "The fuck you bite me for?" He swings at her, and like he's still unsettled from the fact that he just got bit by another human being.
To go with our Matrix theme, Ash is still high, so it's like all in slow motion.
Yeah, she just kind of floats around him like. Next up is Karis.
So just going to just immediately move in, take advantage of the fact that he's distracted with this, and just try to put a sword through him.
Okay. Put a sword in his guts. Come on.
And do we have enough movement that I can get him flanking?
That hits. But
Okay.
yes, go for it. You do.
Okay, this will just be to see if he
Let's see if
crits
you can
it.
get a crit, yeah.
But that's
Damn.
still 1d8 plus 3, so 10 damage, and he is going to prep to use a reaction. He's going to continue moving after the hit to move into a position so he can reaction block for Ash if necessary.
Okay, so Karis just, like, takes this guy's head clean off. Oh.
Damn.
Like, Ash, like, bites him, and, like, one of the best sword strokes Karis has ever done. Like, the guy swung, like, at Ash, trying to hit him while she's biting, and then Karis just comes in and, like, manages to miss Ash's hair even, along with missing the staff, and just takes this guy's head clean off.
Karis, who's a bit more morally flexible than Ferris, just looks over at Ash and just goes, "Do you want to lick it up?"
No, I'm good. She's actually fully healed now because of the curse, X-Blade curse. No, I'm good. I am 110% good right now.
Where are you, dude? There's one more to go. Where is he?
Roll,
Rip his fucking face off.
Where did the girl go? And where the hell is Ferris?
Okay.
Oh, Ferris! Ferris! With Ferris! Like she's waking up out of the little brain numb here.
You grabbed him! Oh my god, you did!
Y'all are lucky Hope exists. So Hope grabs the staff up off the ground, and then looks right out the window, goes, "I think he's outside."
So there's plant monsters into Ash and Inori's head because he doesn't know that Inori is not with them.
Next up
Not now.
is her...
They're not waiting.
There you go.
Alright, I'll be back real
Hope.
fast. You guys keep on role playing, okay?
Hope successfully just runs out, jumps out the window, and kind of slides herself down the wall in such a way she just lands on her feet, and now she's beside Theris. When she does, and she's holding the staff, the plant monsters stop in their tracks. Inori is, stalking her prey.
Yep.
Kind of patting Hope. It's like, I was gonna run. Now I guess I don't got to.
What I miss?
And so
Plant monsters have
Hope's
stopped.
got the control staff.
Someone turned the off switch on. Okay, or off.
Yep,
I mean.
return. Yes.
So, as they're outside, and the situation is de-escalating. Inori, roll me a perception check.
I'm back, baby.
Okay, you hear somebody scuffling around, like in the cellar. Because you made your way back down, and you can hear them now down the ramp, the cellar ramp.
She is going to go sneaky down.
Okay. I need to write up. Alright, so you make your way down, super quiet. You see, or you sense, that she's not alone. The druid that's in there, she's also got 5 of the vine, like bigger versions of the vine creatures, like the ones that you saw outside with her. She's at the other end of the cellar, but you can hear them clearly moving around back there, like they're setting up, trying to get into a kill box, to set up a kill box.
So she kind of whispers back, "I found the last one in the cellar. She's got company."
Be there momentarily. Brushing myself off, glancing in hope. Are these yours now?
I guess so.
Do you think... How do you think they like a taste of their own medicine?
Like, her eyes flash with an intense, eerie light, and, like, there's just this dark, wicked smile that's just sultry and so sultry it almost burns your skin to look at, and she goes, I think I'd like that, and I think they would not.
I will whisper to Inori, coming past you shortly, and then I will also let Ash know come downstairs.
Just to let you guys just say what you wanted to do. It's
So,
a little full, but
you guys make your way down, and now you have your small army with you.
Inori was highly tempted to snipe her ass, just saying.
And, like, literally, like, Inori, you literally watch these things just single file walk past you, like you're not even there.
What the
And I'm just imagining this moment of, my minions have arrived. Minions.
Yeah, the druidess is literally screaming, I am nature and I am power. You will... She, you know, when she's realizing they're still moving towards her, and they shouldn't be. Like, she immediately was like, at first she's trying to command them to go outside and go rend you asunder, like, because she knows that you're upstairs, or thinks she knows. She's like, go upstairs and kill them all. And then, as she's saying that to them, she realizes they're still moving towards her, and then she's like, do my bidding, I am nature's wrath incarnate! And they just keep ignoring her, and the 5 that were with her just immediately grab her, and then all 35 of these things just start pulling her apart.
Goes before this. You better speak up before it's too late, unwanted snack.
Do you want to persuade her to try to surrender or beg for mercy?
No way, let him tear it apart. No mercy. No mercy.
Ash simply goes, now's the time to beg while you got it.
Oh.
No.
I imagine there's going to be a whole lot of...
Yeah, Inori is, like, grimly satisfied with this outcome.
Based on their own petard, you might say.
Hope orders them to stop when she's like... The fear of God is clearly in her eyes, and she's trying to beg for mercy. And, you know, they're still at her restrained, and and Hope just kind of goes, are you really sure? And then just kind of...
1 second. Tell you what, lean into the druid and just kind of get eye to eye with her and say, tell me what you put in the vats, and we'll let you walk.
Inori whispers in Karis's mind, no I won't.
Whispers back, me neither. I'm absolutely lying to this bitch.
We have the remote. They have no power.
Yeah. Hope sends, like, 6 of them off by themselves and tells them flat out, if you find anyone, bring them to me. And eventually they bring another druid down, with 2 vine blights escorting her.
Alright. Literal last chance. What did you put in the damn wine? Ash goes. The one-time intimidate might be a good skill.
Oh, Inori's just kind of standing back.
Okay.
Intimidate's a good skill in a lot of circumstances.
I'm never good at using it.
Even though she's blindfolded, there's definitely a sense of a seething death glare going on.
So, roll your intimidate. Just out of curiosity.
Wait, who?
Inori.
Oh, never mind.
We could do Ash, too.
She's not very intimidating.
So the 2 of you together, like, she literally soils herself. And she explains that, you know, they have poisoned the wine with what is effectively, you know, a potion of poison. In this case, we'll say it's the equivalent of being bitten by a rattlesnake. and they've poured it in pretty much, she says that they've poisoned about 20 barrels worth of wine so far.
About
What was that?
point them out.
She agrees, and Hope kind of has them set up to where they're just carrying these two druids now.
Ash like finds like a cup, she dips it into one of the barrels she did not say was poisoned, and she offers it to one of the druids.
But they don't know that.
So the druidess points out the giant cask that is poisoned. She explains that they didn't have time to get to the second.
Yeah, Ash just dipped a mug in, is offering the second one to her. She said.
Yeah,
okay.
Like the one they said they did not poison. I'm offering the one they did not poison. I'm using them as guinea pig just in case.
She drinks it, and nothing seems to happen.
Well,
and they're swearing. They're like, see, we told you. And Hope goes, make them sample the other 3, because there's 5 casks or 5 giant vats.
I think we're going against some pizza course here.
Nope. Nori directs her to go grab one and
It's not a war crime if they're not at war.
Yeah. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, Ash says.
So they're sweating bullets as they drink the other ones, looking at each other like, did you poison the other one kind of look, and they're almost half accusing each other as they're drinking these, and nothing happens to them. and the just the last one that's the poisoned one left now.
You know what? They've had a lot to drink, but I don't think they're done yet.
Yeah.
I agree.
You want your freedom, go through the last one.
Yeah, they're just staring in horror now. And Hope just kind of shakes the staff a little bit, and then they start pulling on their arms and legs, like they're gonna rip them apart.
God, do not fuck with wine in front of this party.
Right.
I mean, if it was me, they'd already be dead. Hope would have killed them all already.
We like
more
just
fun.
desserts. They're much more
Hope
sweet.
takes after her father in terms of taste.
Hey, this is wine. You do not mess with wine.
Alright, so, do they drink the last of the wine?
Yes, let me roll their fortitude.
They don't really have a choice. I will let you know, they're not living through this either way. We'll shank them if necessary.
There
So
is no
one
if
of 'em-
necessary.
And she fails.
Oh. That's some nasty shit.
Well, rattlesnake venom equivalent. That shit's lethal.
So as the one's dying, Asher says, so, who told you to poison the wine?
So she takes 5. You immediately start seeing her veins starting to necrotize a little bit. She takes 5 damage. And Hope, at that point, is the other one starting to struggle and try to get free as she realizes that, you guys are, trying to, make them drink the poison. And that you're serious. She's trying to break free.
Absolutely just gonna, if it looks even a little bit like we need to get how we're just finishing them off.
Yeah. So you guys just straight out murder them.
Yeah, why? I'm glad they're dying of their own thing. I'm not going to completely let them suffer.
But yeah, and now Hope looks at these vine blights. And she's looking at the staff, and she's like, now what do we do?
Do we get to keep them? Ash asks.
How about
Destroy them.
Get rid of them. If you
no.
can have them destroy each other, Hope, that would be for the best.
So she commands them to, go out into the clearing. She's like, well, hell, we might as well get a show out of it. And literally, sets it up so that they're in the middle of, what is just the absolutely destroyed vine patches. And she leads them all out and, has, seating arranged for you guys. And literally turns it into gladiatorial games. and makes them
I
fight each other
agree.
to death.
Just as long as we burn all the rest. Just as long as we burn everything, burn all the
Like, it's just like this giant swirling melee, but it's like, she's even making sure that they put it on, like, make it theatrical as they're killing each other.
I'm making sure the family gets to see this. I'm also making a point of having a quiet chat with whoever, the guy in charge, basically.
Okay.
I just want to let him know that the one that is completely useless. But I'd like you to get me 10 bottles of it before you destroy it.
The 10 bottles of the poisoned vat, eh? Okay. Give me a moment. Let me rewrite.
We may have a use for that someday.
So, Davian, you know, he nods in agreement.
Because if one drink of that did 5 damage, an entire bottle will fuck someone up.
Yeah, exactly.
We find the true secret to God's eye.
I'm making a note of that on my sheet, if you don't mind.
Go for it. I'll tell you guys about the staff here in a minute, too. He's seeing, like, the spectacle going on, like, him and the family, and they're just watching and just wide eyes, like, holy shit, this is kind of cool, kind of thing. I mean, you know, these things have been terrorizing you for, like, 3 goddamn days. This is, like, poetic justice for them. The youngest son is, like, he's picked one as his quote-unquote favorite. And he's disappointed as it dies in, like, the quote-unquote 4th round. It managed to kill, like, 3 others of its kind before it finally died in turn. And he seems a little sad about that, and he quickly picks, like, a new favorite.
WrestleMania plant nation.
It is! That's exactly what it is now. And Hope has all of the practice
with each other.
Like, Hope has all the practice of, like, a stage coordinator at this point. Like, she is writing the script for these things.
Here, we'll make a real wrestling show. Minor illusion. We'll get some colored fireworks with minor illusion for some wrestling fireworks here for him and all that.
There you go.
That's gonna be the coolest thing she's never seen.
Your head is itching around where your eyes were again, by the way, Inari.
So she's like rubbing it, like.
You okay? Do you need like a healing potion or something, Inari?
No, I think I might need to just watch this blindfold.
So Davian kind of explains to you guys as you're all together, and like you're trying to figure out what's wrong with Inari's, you know, eyes or eye sockets. He passes over like a salve, like he's like it's just a general painkiller. I don't know if it'll help, but you're welcome to it. They also hand you guys 4 healing potions. And he's talking about what he suspects
Each
the
take one
real...
of those. I'm not going to put them in the group thing. Just each take one of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll put a pot of healing on the Hope sheet.
Might not do it today, but I might next time we meet up give the second one to Darn. I guess he could heal
Manage
himself.
inventory.
I figured Hope also gets one. There's 4 of us.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Well, no, I meant the extra one Ash is carrying. But this would be 2 healing potions now.
Okay. Hope has a healing potion now.
Excellent. So do I.
So he explains that he suspects the druids were not just there to poison pretty much the entirety of Barovia, because like their clientele is pretty much everywhere. He says, I suspect they weren't only just trying to poison Barovia or just kill us off either. They also stole 3 of our magic seeds.
Magic seeds?
At the same time, they both asked that.
Right.
He describes them as gems, and they're about the size and shape of pine cones. Each one contains a green glowing light as bright as a torch. He thinks that their friends made off with them to Belize and Yester Hill to retrieve 2 of them. He doesn't know where the 3rd one went. The 3rd one was the seed that made their most prized vintage of all. Let me look at the prized vintage because I can tell you what it is. E3, I think it is. It's 93 is where I need to go. Y'all, your DM is starting to understand this really discombobulated mess. You should be afraid. I've only been held hostage by this module for, 12 weeks now.
Send more deliciousness our way.
Right.
The Red Dragon Crush. Campaign's the really good shit. That must be in the very beginning of this part of this section. Alright. The Rich Champagne de la Stomp is the one that is the one he has no clue. The seed that belongs to Ed. That was the secret for when Strahd came. Most people's vineyards just withered, died, and turned into just something horrid and putrid to drink. His winery was never affected, and then they found out that these 3 gemstones were in his vineyards, and that seemed to be what made his wine just so spectacular. It actually used to be better than it already is, and you guys have already had, like, some of the cheaper stuff, and it was pretty damn good. He says it used to be, according to the family stories, as good as God's Eye as far as the effects it has on someone.
I guess that means we're getting the seeds back.
We will not allow a prohibition of Bravovia. This will not stand.
Yeah, he explains that this is literally one of the last things that keep people hanging on to.
It's one of the last things that makes them happy here. I'm not going to let this die.
Yeah. This is literally one of the last things.
Though I do just have to ask, why is everything magical just evil everywhere I go? Can you guys learn some good magic?
Inari's magical, and she's not anything horrible. Ash looks at her.
I've seen her bat. It touched me.
What? Bats aren't evil. They hunt bad insects.
Zwachi's not evil.
No, but he's also not really magical. He's a spirit. It's different.
Yes.
I'm saying, you people with all the weird magic shit, can you do something that's I don't know.
To be fair,
good?
the seeds were not evil by any means.
Yeah, but they're gonna be now.
Not if we got it back.
He says, also, you are welcome to take the barrels that we do have left back with you, because I assume that's why you're here.
Oh, yes, thank you.
And let me look at the treasure for this. He sends, his youngest daughter back.
I really want to know about the body in the wine room.
Oh yeah, we kind of murdered something to death and kind of left it there. Sorry.
It wouldn't be the first time we've seen a body.
Karis, thank you for decapitating the guy so we don't explain the bite marks on his neck. Stefania leaves, and she eventually comes back with a chest that is full of 50 GP, 270 EP, and 350 silver.
You said it's 50 GP, how much EP?
270.
270 EP?
Yep.
Oh, I thought that was a silver. I'm sorry, how much of the silver was it then?
350.
350, thank you. So I was writing those down, and you got me just at an off moment.
Okay. The electrum pieces,
here, so.
the electrum pieces are stamped with a profile visage of Strahd.
Yep. Same as we were dealing with before, motherfucker.
Roll a perception check with advantage. Do you have time to look at this chest?
Will do.
All of us, or just, well, I can't look anyway, so. Ah! Well, while he's exploring.
Wow.
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 Wow. Do you want Ash to take a look?
Sure.
Well, oh god, that was with advantage. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. You, as you're exploring this chest, you find a secret compartment. You open the compartment, and there is a gold locket that contains the portrait of a beautiful woman. Davian's eyes go really wide at the portrait, and he says that that's his deceased wife's image, Angelica. And there is a pouch also containing 5 gemstones worth 50 gold apiece. He says, the only thing I ask is let me keep the portrait.
Absolutely.
Ash hands it over, no problem, sir. I wouldn't dream.
And he takes it and he immediately secures it around his neck. He was shocked to even see it there. He thought he had just been lost. He thought, maybe the druids had taken it when they were pilfering the place. Because this is like the 3rd or 4th time they've been under attack over the years. This is the first time it was successful, and he kind of gestures to where the vine monsters are, duking it out. The littlest ones are already dead and gone now. There's like 3 or 4 left now, and in hopes, making the spectacle more and more dramatic as it goes on.
Probably should burn himself around that part.
Oh, I plan on it.
Nari's gonna, once everybody has a moment for stuff, Nari's gonna ask about the, that crest thingy that, motherfucking, that the Danric told her about.
By the way, since there's been a couple of times people have asked me for this, I am dropping this in the chat right now.
Okay.
That's
There
what we
we
have
go.
right now.
Okay.
Holy shit!
Yeah. We need to start spending stuff. Just the Giantess, I forgot we had that. Potion of that. The Giant Strength potion's gone.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll mark that off of the sheet then.
Yeah, Karis used it to enact some personal revenge.
No worries.
We guessed it right. I didn't write down Hill Giant. That was my fault.
He also says that
The rest of this is what we have in party funds for the moment. I did mark off the gold you guys took out of it. I missed a bit about Karis having the potion, but I did mark off the gold from one of the episodes previously. So
nice.
But I wasn't there for that one, but I I saw the episode later. So.
All right, I'll erase then the gold Ash is carrying. I marked that down just to see how much gold we had returned from selling off 2 of the was it 2 of the stones?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll mark that off so she's not.
Mark off, keep the gold you have because I marked off the gems.
Okay,
right.
All right. So Ash is carrying around about 40, 50 gold pieces.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I marked off the gems you spent and anything. I marked off the stuff you guys took. And then anything you had left over as change, you guys should worry about later elsewhere.
Ash offers you want to carry half of this gold, Inari? Just so you have spending money if you ever need it?
Okay.
Okay, so she has 25, or not 20, she has 54, she'll split that in half. That's about what? I can't do math right now. 26?
Yes.
Yeah,
No, 27. 27.
Yeah, mark yourself with 27 gold, and I'll have 27 gold, and just in case we have to bribe someone on the spot, then there you go. You got that on you.
And he says that you have made an ally out of the Keepers of the Feather, as well.
Anything for good people and good booze, Ash says.
But yeah, so now the staff.
Yeah, Ash will take a look at this staff.
Okay.
And Hope can too.
The last one is now murderized. Hope actually puts it down personally. The staff is. Do I want? Yeah, I guess you would, because it's in the normal monster manual. Okay, so roll me a Knowledge Arcana with advantage, because you have time, and Hope is also aiding you. So add a d6 to your advantage as well.
Okay. You can.
Shit.
Okay.
I know these ruins.
Yeah, but what about the
Becomes a
runes?
28, so I can tell you everything. So this staff is made from the branch of a Gulthias tree. The Gulthias staff is a spongy black length of wood. Evil beasts are visibly uncomfortable within 30 feet of it. The staff has 10 charges and regains 1d6 plus 4 of its expended charges daily at dusk. If the staff is broken or burned to ashes, its wood releases a terrible inhuman scream that can be heard out to a range of 300 feet. All blights that will hear the scream will immediately wither and die. It also has the ability to create a vampiric strike. The staff can be wielded as a magic quarterstaff. On a hit, it deals damage as a normal quarterstaff, and you can expend 1 charge to regain a number of hit points equal to the damage dealt by the weapon. Each time the charge is spent, red blood oozes from the staff's pores, and you must succeed on a DC 12 Wisdom save or be afflicted with short-term madness. It also...
I said, maybe we should break this.
Right?
When you are attuned to the staff, blights and other evil plant creatures do not regard you as hostile unless you harm them.
Probably would be bad to use, but if someone's attuned to it, if we have to follow more of these druids, the blights probably won't attack us.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not against destroying it.
if you have a chance of making you crazy, yeah, maybe we just get rid of it.
Well, that's if you use the vampiric property. Otherwise, it's just a magic staff.
It's in the vampire's hands right now.
True story. Give me that.
Ash, hesitates a little bit. And
Hope is maybe we should save it in case we need to kill something around Baba Lysaga.
Hand it over. Ranger, got this.
You gonna destroy it?
I'll hang on to it just to keep a blood-sucking piece of wood out of a vampire's hands.
I'm fine with that. I just want to make sure we can use it at least to passively go by things. Don't have to use it. And Ash hands it over.
See, this is what I'm talking about. You people love this evil magic shit.
It's like a dagger. Just because it nicks you a couple times doesn't mean it's always.
Then we'll have to put the Gulthias staff
Daggers
into...
don't make me go crazy.
Don't use it. Just the passive aurora, the passive magic is fine.
The evil passive magic. It's evil.
She has the staff to worry.
It's
sorts of
it's evil makes beasts visibly uncomfortable. So the cougar kind of tilts its head and kind of at it as Inori takes it.
I know, my friend. I know.
You can give it to Darn instead if you feel like it.
She has a spirit fail-safe to not do anything stupid, so yeah.
We all know Ash's middle name is stupid.
Well, I'm going to make you feel a lot better right now. No matter what, I'm going to make you all feel a lot better right now. So all this time, I haven't had my studded leather equipped on my sheet. I'm supposed to be an AC of 17.
Wow!
Chat, he's been playing for at least 3 years for 5 years.
So if anybody in this chat right now ever worries, well, this looks too complicated, what if I get it wrong? It's fine, we all do.
Yeah, everyone does it. Everyone fucks it up. I have, for multiple sessions in a row during short rests, have forgotten Hope has a power called Song of Rest, which makes their hit points go back better.
Yeah.
This entire time I have been playing her.
Oh, God.
I gotta start heading out here, guys. You could put Ash on autopilot if you want to roleplay a little bit more. Just at least give her a short rest before you put her in combat again.
Hell, Ash is topped off.
I'm head out shortly myself.
Yeah, we can call it here. They offer you guys a place to stay for the night, and whenever you need it, period, if you happen to be in the woods. So, they're you know, very much allied with you now. You have the Alliance of the Keepers of the Feather now.
I will note that down in our friends list. I have a list of them.
So yeah, this has been a pretty good little session, I think. The encounter went about like I thought it would. The big boy fight. The druid one, I don't know why they had him by himself. With the guy at the Gulthias staff.
Shout an alarm.
Yeah. Well, part of it too is like they're all like. This also assumes that the party is dumb as a sack of potatoes, and that
a lot of parties are.
Yeah. So like you guys were supposed to like have to fight your way through the very first part with the vines outside.
Yeah.
And you guys just, you know, outsmarted that entirely, which I was more than fine with, because rolling 24 of these things was a pain in the ass. Rolling 54 would have probably driven me up the wall, considering 30 of them have different stats than 24 do, and then there was the other 5 which had different stats than both the others.
I'll let you know, if you next time you're planning on doing that, genuinely, just use the encounter builder. It will save you so much time.
Yeah, I really think that would have been the perfect place for the encounter builder.
Auto rolls initiative for you.
That would be handy. But yeah, like, just managing them in little chunks like that's definitely something I'm going to be doing in the future if we ever have to do that many monsters again at once.
Yeah.
Which we might, because, you know,
very rarely should you ever have that many on the field at one time anyway. Normally, at that point, they would end up becoming like a swarm of some sort. But that just wasn't the case in this module was all.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, the same thing, that like some swarm rooms will be able to take care of some of this.
But,
well, they do have swarms for a lot of creatures, but creatures that, you know, like most of the ones like this, are you never supposed to see this many of them at once, is all. It's just that this module assumes that you're going to blunder into them, so.
Yeah. They also were probably figuring the party would have Fireball right now, because this is supposed to be a level 5 part, and most parties do have some form of serious artillery.
Yeah, some sort of crowd control at this point.
You guys are so burst heavy, though, it's honestly comical.
I will say this, I probably will pick up Hypnotic Pattern at level 5. That might give us a little bit of crowd control.
You're really good at words.
Yeah, well, yeah, we all have our strengths and blessings, and I carry mine so well.
I'm glad you're playing our charisma person.
Thank God it has to roll, right? And she's not trained either.
Oh God.
Hey, it's a good way to roleplay. All right, guys, I'm heading out. Y'all have fun, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So, do we want to call it there?
Yeah, I'm just updating all of my notes.
Okay, and we're gonna make sure that Inori has the Gulthias staff in hers. Make sure we put that in her equipment.
Yeah, if you have the Curse of Scrub book on D&D Beyond, she should be able to just look it up and just add it to her sheet.
Let me see if I've actually got it. Is there a thing that tells me what I own on here?
I think so. I don't know where the list is though.
Yeah, I've got to find it. I wish it were still October, and then I know I'd have it at least for now, because then I could just right over. But I can edit that later off screen if I have to. We can add it in later.
I'll check. What's the name of the thing again?
The Gulthias staff. G-U-L.
G-U-L. Okay. One second. It doesn't show up on my list, so okay. I don't think you have that book then.
Okay, so I don't have it yet. Okay. Gulthias. I'm just curious what happens if I just type that in general. Search. Or it'll let me have it. I guess this is... Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's locked behind the thing. Okay.
Which just means you have to buy the book, that's all.
Yeah. Which I might pick it up at some point. Because, you know, my last 5e campaign, chat, that we're ever going to do, like, let's assume 6th edition's coming out in 2024. The very last 5e campaign...
525 is coming out in like a year and a half.
Because 2024 is supposed to be, like, the big thing that they're revising something.
It's going to be 5.5, not 6.
Yeah. But our very last, like, original 5e campaign is going to be the Revenge Tour, where we take whatever characters that they have that are 10-plus level, and they come back to Ravenloft to go whoop Strahd's ass for giggles. Just pure power fantasy. Just pure power fantasying it. Complete inversion of the trope. Instead of the monsters hunting them all the time and the characters being horrified at one side or another, they're just like, no, we've already killed greater demons. You're just a vampire.
To be fair, a greater demon is only considered CR5.
True.
What?
The summon greater demon spell summons a CR5 demon.
Okay, so the big boys that are like CR12s and shit, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that it's going to be a pure revenge tour when we do our last normal 5e game, and then when we go to 5.5, who knows what happens? But yeah, we're gonna have some more fun with this. They're blasting through. You guys are blasting through this pretty quick.
Yeah. I'm really happy with how this is going overall.
So I'm really pleased with where this is going. I'm really looking forward to it. Ash bites. He really does.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
He got high.
When is he not high? Is he even high and drunk? He's got a problem. We need to take her
Ash is such a sorority girl. It's hilarious.
Incredible.
All right, chat, we're going to go ahead and call it. We're going to see you all next week at the same time, barring any catastrophes between now and then. And we hope you all join us. And we're going to have them go from I don't know if you guys are going to chase up the gemstones, or if you're going to return the wine, or if you're going to have the family return the wine. But we've got some fun planned for these guys next session. So I've already got some wheels turning. Y'all have a good week. Be safe, everybody. And thank you for popping